Welcome back to another episode of No Fugazee podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight is open panel debate night and reaction night. Let's go. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long.
Made over.
Doing new things are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in comfort. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here. We can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember, I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay, though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gents. I've been away for a while. I haven't did a stream since, I believe, man, it's since Saturday, the last girl show we did. So it's been a while for y'all, man. Everybody in the chat, show some love, get the likes up. Once again, tonight is reaction night and open panel debate night. We will be starting off with reacting to content first, and then we'll open up the panel to debates. Anyone can come on in to debate tonight by clicking the first link in the YouTube description or clicking the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments. The next link in the YouTube description is going to be for the membership. So if you like the podcast, and this is one of the ways to support the show, man, become a member. We got 3 tiers. First tier is gang. Second tier is hitman. Third tier is mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you locked in with us. You get a lot of different perks and special privileges as well. All the content that we react to comes from the members. So it's all clips that the members sent me. So that's what we'll be reacting to tonight. Also, one of the other perks that you get when you become a member, when we're doing open panel debate night, I do prioritize you. So, sometimes we'll have some weird feminists up here. Sometimes we'll have some Hebrew Israelites. Sometimes we'll have these, weird individuals, basically witches. They believe like the black woman is God and stuff like that. I debated a lot of them. But yeah, I'll prioritize you. So when I open up the panel and bring up a lot of people, you will be prioritized. Other than that, man, the other links in the YouTube description, we got the for one-on-one consultations. If you want to speak with me personally and privately, you can book a one-on-one consultation. That's going to be the third link in the YouTube description. And then after that, we got the clips channel, where we post clips on there. And then we have all of the social media accounts, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the X account, all of the other social media platforms if you want to get in touch with myself or anyone from my team. And I do have a special announcement today, but I'll get to the special announcement maybe like midstream. I don't know. You guys got to get the likes up. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna want to hear the special announcement because it's some big news. It's some good news. But without further ado, actually, let's hop into the first. Oh, actually, let me go ahead and prioritize some of these super chats that came in. I see y'all in here. Shout outs to Zandal, always in here supporting. She said, man, I missed the gang. You know what? Missed you too, Zandal. Missed you too. Let's see. Any other super chats that came in? I don't think so. I think that is it. Let me check my phone. And as you come in, please like the podcast. It helps push it into the algorithm. Do this for me. All right. And we are currently live on Facebook and TikTok right now, too. So everybody that's tuning in on Facebook and TikTok, we're going to stay live for about, I'll say maybe, 45 minutes. Then we're going to close down a Facebook and TikTok stream. So come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. Come on over. Again, tonight is open panel debate night and reaction night. So quick little update, though. I will be in Nashville doing some stuff, which is going to be part of some good news. Some good news, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be in Nashville at DebateCon. I don't know who's going there, but catch me there at DebateCon. Other than that, I'll get to the special news later on. As long as we get more people up in here, they start liking and supporting the channel. We get some super chats going on, and then I'll give you guys the good news. All right, so here's the first clip that we got. Let's see. All right, what's this? POV Riz.
Excuse me. Are you taking any stepdad application? That's your baby, I assume.
Yeah, that's my.
Listen, man, me and homie got something in common. He done seen a single mom let me pull up, let me shoot.
Oh, he's so cute. You're beautiful.
Thank you so much. You live around here?
Yeah, I live around the area. What about you?
I'll get your number. I'll get to
Oh, yeah?
talk to you.
What's your name?
Oh yeah, she open. Yeah, you live around here? You live around here? Well, I'll get your number. You know when Shorty is open because one, she's talking to another man while she has her child. And not only that, this child is brand new. Little Billy over here looks about 10 months. Maybe one, but homie looking like 10 months. I'll probably give him one. So you got to think about this, right? Like, this is the type of single mom where it's like, wait, what happened? Your child is extremely young. You just got knocked up. Like, the dude left automatically after he got you pregnant. You were in the streets. But then not only that, you're very open. You're very, choosy. So it's like, man, she giving all the signs of a single mom that will be utilized for recreational use only.
Bree.
Bree?
Yeah.
Alex, nice to meet you.
It's kind of rare for people to just up and
Wow.
put themselves out there.
It's kind of rare. That is true. That is true, especially to someone like you. Your face card is super trash. She got no face card. Homie just doing this for content, and Lil Billy over there don't know what's going on. Like, Lil Billy over there like, where's my dad? Are you my new dad? Do you want to be my new dad? This is crazy, man. And let's just get back to it, right? So this baby is fresh, basically 1 year old, maybe younger than one. So to be this open, and you got to put yourself in the woman's mind, because women, they're at a disadvantage when it comes to the physical nature and strength. So therefore, most women is a little bit curious if someone approaches them, and they'll have their guard up, which is normal, right? But this shows you if the woman, maybe has her guard up and she's a little timid to speak to you, especially if she has her kid around and a random person is, approaching her, she's more likely to have her guard up. And that would be the normal response from a single mother, especially when the child is that young. But since she had no guards up, there was no walls at all. Homie approached, talked to her, and she was the one that was like, well, take down my number. Let's talk. This would just tell you that she's been ran through. She's been ran through, right? Innocent, feminine women, they are going to be a little weirded out by that. Like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Who's approaching me? I have my child here. I'm here to protect my child. She doesn't care about protecting her child. She doesn't care about protecting her cheeks, because it seems like she just wants to give it up with the ease. So yeah, man, this is a single mom that is 100% recreational use only.
Well, I see what I like.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, Jackson.
Hi, Jackson.
Jackson. She done introduced her baby to a stranger at Walmart. Man, listen, man. Jackson, I feel sorry for Jackson, because homie behind this camera is gonna be That's all you're going to hear, Jackson. And you're not going to know what's going on, Jackson. You're too young. But you know what? This video will be here forever. So when you get older, you're going to be like, dang, mom, like you just, like you ain't, he could have been a weirdo. You ain't have no type of guard up. Like, excuse me, back up. Like, that's what white girls do. Like, be a white girl for once. And this is the other thing. It's like, I like white people that are white people. I like black women that are black women. I like Puerto Ricans that are Puerto Rican. Cállate la boca. Be yourself. The natural essence of the white woman is to say, who's approaching me? She didn't do none of that. She turned around like, take my number. Jackson, your mom's a slower. God dang, Jackson. Oh, man. Let's continue on.
Blue eyes. Oh, you got blue eyes. Yours are beautiful.
Oh man, he put the baby music in the background, and not only that, he complimented the baby and then complimented whoever the father is. Man, look, I want all the father don't even care actually, because he done ran off on a plug, so he don't care at all. He like, man, matter of fact, a Katie, because she looked like a Katie, you know, like normal type of white girls, like that's just regular degular. We call them Katie. She a regular degular, maybe even below average, but she's a straight Katie. And a baby father is probably like, man, you can have her. I was trying to get rid of her.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Y'all both beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. I'll text.
What was your name again?
That's weird. He complimenting the baby too much. Like, oh, y'all beautiful. That was beautiful. Like, that's weird, bro.
Bree.
Bree. Here you go.
Oh, she a Bree. It's either Katie or Bree. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got the original white girl outfit on. You see the tights with the Uggs with the little sweater. Man, that's the original white girl outfit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you a text then.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, well, take it easy. Have a good one.
Yeah, he'll be able to clap the first night. And he's going to be eating all of Lil Jackson fruit snacks. He's going to be drinking the juicy juices. He going to be having himself a good time. You know, that's one of the benefits if you out there spinning plates. I don't recommend it, but if you are out there, that's one of the benefits of messing with the single moms because, listen, man, they get them they get them food stamps, that EBT. That's why she at Walmart. She get that government cheese, that welfare check. So she finna get up all the snacks, the best cereals, name brand cereals too. He gonna have the yogurts. He gonna have access to the yogurts, access to the fruit snacks, access to all the juices, access to the wipes. The baby wipes be on deck, especially after he done doing his thing with moms, wiping himself off with the baby wipe. Listen, man. He got the best access right now. This is crazy. Someone please save Jackson. Oh, I feel bad. Let's move on. Next clip. Today is Cooley's comedy reaction night. Cooley's comedy reaction night. What else we got here, man? All right, let's get to this one. Also, get the likes up. We got man, let me get to the super chats real quick while y'all in here supporting. Wit Kid Dreams sends in $20.
No Fugazee.
Appreciate the support, man. He says, good to see you back. That last debate was an easy W. All they did was obfuscate to Trump bad. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, man, it was easy work. Oh, that's the other thing. I did do a debate yesterday on Modern Day Debate, which they host DebateCon. So I did it was a last minute invite, and anytime someone invites me to a debate, it doesn't matter what the topic is. Listen, I don't turn down fades and I don't turn down debates. That's two things that I ain't turning down. You feel me? So they invited me to a debate. I really didn't have that much interest in it. The debate topic was who's more violent, the left or the right? Obviously, I went with the left is more violent than the right. And when I debated them on Modern Day Debate, it was a three versus three. It was an easy victory. Within their openings, they actually conceded to the debate. They actually said, well, the left does more violent acts, but they were trying to make they were trying to distinguish a difference between like who's like the more violent part, like how many units of crime or violence have the left or the right did. They said, well, yeah, the left does more violence, but then like extreme violence and more cruel violence, they were saying that the right is more extreme or more cruel. But I mean, not at all, man. They got obliterated. It wasn't even really a debate. It was like a conversation because the people that we were going against, they didn't know how to debate. They had no arguments at all. It was very, very weird, actually. Okay, let's get on to the next video. Oh, look at this individual. So we got Women on Men podcast. Listen, I debated you once. Why don't you come up and join the stream? Come up and join the stream. Don't be in the comments, man. Don't be in the comments. You got to click the first link in the YouTube description and come up. If you think that I'm a grifter, then come on up. Come on up, man. If you think that I'm a grifter, come on up. I'm going to leave this here for you. Don't be a coward either. Don't be a coward. You've been in here before. And in the debate that I don't even remember your real name, but in our debate, you got obliterated. It was bad, right? And it was actually a scheduled one-on-one debate, right? And I've showed you respect by having you up. I think I tagged you and everything too, but don't just speak in the comments. Don't be that individual that's in the comments speaking, but that's scared to click the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments and also pinned in the YouTube description. Please click the link. And I'll bring you on up. You're still in the comments, man. Get out the comments and click the link. So I'll give some instructions to my moderators. Let's see. Okay, he says, I've debated you. So if you've debated me already, then you shouldn't be afraid to click the link in the YouTube description and debate me again. If you call me a grifter, well, that's fine. That's a claim that you're making. Well, why don't you click the link and show me some proof? Prove that I'm a grifter. Or if there's anything else that you want to debate about, you can bring that up. It's open panel debate night. Actually, you would have the advantage in this debate. Now, the debate that we had, which I think it was maybe like 2 months ago, it was fair. We scheduled the topic beforehand. We both prepared our openings and stuff like that. It was more formal. But if you just click that link, you would actually have the advantage. This is why I do open panel debate night. It's for me to get my reps in. Not only just to get my reps in, to keep me sharp and to dismantle weirdos like you. So listen, man, you actually have the advantage because you know what you want to speak about. We'll only be speaking about the thing that you want to speak about. So come on up. It's that simple. It is that simple. Let's see here. Shouts out to Silent, sent in $50. Appreciate the support, man.
No Fugazee.
I really do.
Fugazee.
I really do. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love, man. All right. Let's get into some more clips since, it doesn't look like he's joining the stream. But this is what I'll do. I'll get some information to my mods. Since he doesn't want to join and since he's just commenting, we'll give him 5 minutes to join the stream. While I'm reacting to stuff, we'll give him 5 minutes. If he can't gather the courage to join the stream within 5 minutes, just block him from commenting because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you comment instead of joining the stream when it's open panel debate night? That's weird, right? So we could just block him if he doesn't join in 5 minutes. Okay. Let's get on in. We see some people that's coming in backstage. Make sure your camera is on. Anyone that's coming backstage, make sure your camera is on. Once your camera is on, I'll bring you up for open panel debate night. Once again, you click that link, your camera must be on. All right. Let's get to reacting to more clips. What we got here?
Nobody looking for no money, did you?
No.
No.
You lost your money?
No, I'm asking, did you lose yours or see anybody looking for some?
Hell yeah.
Damn, what you do for a living? That's a lot of money. What you do for a living?
Construction?
Construction?
Yeah.
Bro, lying. He lying hard right now. Hey, you dropped this money? Yeah, what you do for a living? Construction? Man.
Dang, can I get a reward for turning it in to you? Thank you, man. Damn. How old you is?
45.
45?
Yeah.
Man, construction make that much money?
They make more than that.
Really?
I get paid $1,800 a week.
Wow.
1800.
I get paid $1,800 a week.
a week.
How old you is?
45.
45? Yeah.
Let's do the math. I'm not sure what that is. So let's do, it's 52 weeks in a year. So let's do 1,800 times 52. Ah, he lying. That's $93,600 a year. He doing construction. He could be doing construction, making that much money per year, but I doubt it for the simple fact that he's getting caught in a money prank, right? So if you're making $93,000 a year, unless you're just a slimy, grimy, sleazeball type of individual where, you know, you're just always looking for a free handout and trying to, like, you know, do some backdoor teen mom stuff to take advantage of other people. So you'll take some money from someone when you know it's not yours. He could be just one of those individuals, which I don't put that past anybody. But just due to the simple fact that he got that dusty jacket on with them dusty shoes on and he looked dusty, I don't think he make $93,000 a year.
You got any, like, advice for me?
Like, you do trades? How old is you? Finish school?
Yeah, I'm 20.
You can have your way.
How?
You be a police officer? File. Sign up.
Oh.
Sign up. You ain't got no felonies?
No.
You win.
This how you know he was lying about anything. You ain't got no felonies? No felonies? That's how he said it. It's felonies. You ain't. And I'm not the person to be talking about people mispronouncing words because I always mispronounce words, but you ain't got no felonies?
There.
You got any advice for me?
Come.
Come?
Come. That's what you go.
What's your name?
He talking about filling out a job application. His advice was, bro, just come. Just fill out the job application.
Lamont. And they ain't
Lamont?
even your check.
Wait, why the envelope say PW?
That's my initials.
Lamont?
Yeah.
Lamont, but it say PW.
Yeah. But they ain't gonna do none of that shit.
Wait, Lamont, but it say PW.
Yeah.
Like, what the P stand for?
That's my initials.
Like, what the P stand for?
Putt.
Putt?
Yeah.
Putt?
Putt.
Putt. Oh, Putt Williams?
No, that's my nickname. Putt.
Oh, Putt?
Yeah.
Oh, put it on God, that's your money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God.
On God?
Bruh. Yo, bro is big lying. So look, this is why I know he's lying about how much money he making. I mean, $1,800 a week. Bro, you lying. You're a liar. And then you put it on God that is your money. So you lying about everything.
And then, my bad, I read a note in there. It said you was going through a little treatment.
Yeah, that's my motherfucking heart. But
Your heart?
back, like, look.
And this how you know he really need the money, because he continues to lie. It's like, that's the thing, like, the truth only sets people free. Like, when you're telling the truth, you ain't got to say too much. It's like, you tell the truth, that's it. But when you tell a lie, you got to remember the lie, which is crazy, and then also continue to repeat the same lie and then also lie on top of that lie.
You see this shit in my hair, how I'm sweating and shit?
Uh-huh.
But, like, and this right here,
Bro, what
like, for eczema.
Bro, yeah, he doing too much to try to keep that money. He probably a bum.
Oh, he's right here.
Homie need a place to sleep. He trying to do everything to keep that money.
No, right in here. Oh, right here. It's safe for herpes meds. Herp meds.
Scabies.
Scabies?
Yeah, it's scabies.
Scabies?
Yeah.
Scabies.
Oh.
See, like this right here.
Uh-huh.
But if you see, well, you can't feel it, but it should be on your hair. So you get some shampoo and some conditioner to wash that shit off. But it had you itching like a motherfucker.
Could I get another 20 for doing a good deed, please?
No, I gotta get my groceries. I'm just glad that I got it. But what you trying to get?
I just want a little 20. That's it.
No, I can't give you 20 though.
You can't?
Well, I gotta get a cake.
Uh-huh.
Today my niece's birthday. That's why I got some candy bars for her.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Got some chips for her.
I ain't gonna hold you. This is actually type funny because growing up in the hood where I'm from, you meet a lot of, just shiesty individuals like this. Just dirty, dusty, lying, no good for nothing type of dudes. Like they're everywhere in the hood. Right? They're everywhere. They're always trying to take advantage of every little opportunity, or they're so quick to run towards a free handout. They're so quick to lie to someone to get something out of someone else. This isn't good.
It's a social experiment. The money fake.
I seen it.
Yeah.
And then he continues to lie. Look at that. The money's fake. It's a social experiment, the guy says. And then he says, I seen it. So if you've seen that the money was fake and it's a social experiment, why would you continue to lie? And why would you expose yourself and say that you got scabies and your foot got a hole in it because some type of weird rash or something? I don't know what this eczema, he said. You're lying, man.
Money fake. All the money fake. It's a social experiment. Why you take something that wasn't yours?
Huh?
I said, why you take something that wasn't yours?
Shit, I mean, that's how it is. You just like you said, you.
Got that. Yeah. Good question. I like this video, actually. He said, why you take something that wasn't yours? He says, that's how it is. Nah, man. Nah. That's how it shouldn't be, though. You a slimy dude. You a slimy dude, man.
You doing an experiment.
Uh-huh.
I needed it too, just like you said, give you.
I needed it too. So now you just admitted that you lied. You didn't know it was fake. You lied about everything, man. This is crazy. Funny though. Funny content though. Very, very interesting and entertaining content. All right, we got some other super chats that came in here. Let me get to them real quick. All right, let's see where we at. Shouts out to Dane Snyder. He says, sorry, Cooley, but Mrs. Deej was mechanic, pipe fitter, boiler maker, welder, etc., and was clocking down. Okay, I see what you're saying. So she was she was doing a lot, man. She was making $130K a year, did it for 17 years. So, yeah, true. I do believe that can be the case where you can make a lot of money being a welder, doing all the things that you've listed. But what I did was psychoanalyze the individual based off of what he was saying. And then also you can read someone's body language and read someone's character to understand that he's working in construction, making $1,800 a week is just a lie, because he wouldn't have lied that much to get that money. And it was fake money. And then he continued to lie. So it's not to say that I don't believe that if, depending on the field that you are in, when it comes to construction, I do believe a lot of them make money. I have family members that are in certain fields like electricians and welders as well. So I know that they make some decent amount of money. In the 80,000s to over actually even $100,000 a year as well. So I know that the money is made in those type of jobs. But that dude was capping. When he said construction worker, bro, he was probably like part-time, doing some junk like working for his the neighbors. Put it like this. when he said construction worker, he was working in his little community, helping people out. Oh, walking around like, oh, look like you need that fixed. Let me come over there and fix that. I'll do it for $5. He was that type of construction worker. Oh, listen, you need that fixed right there. I can clean that window. I do it for $10. He was oh, I see you need your hot water knob fixed. Listen, I get that fixed. Well, give me the money, and then I'll go down to Lowe's or Home Depot. I'll buy the water knob. I'll go ahead and replace that for you. And he the type of individual that take the money and never come back. So he's that type of construction worker. That's different than what your wife did. Appreciate the support, though, Dane. Let's see. Dane Snyder sends him $5 again. He says, Cooley, your mispronouncing is more of a speech impediment. His errors is a lack of education. I have 2 speech issues, so I get it. Yeah, I mean, I always mispronounce words. I would say it could be, I don't know. It probably is a speech impediment. Who cares? Right? Who cares? We got Gary Payne sends him $5. Cooley, between you and the Hodge twins, I have regained faith in Black America. You guys are good examples of young Black men. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate that. Hodge twins. Yeah, those are the 2 light-skinned Black dudes. I don't really watch their content, but, you know, I don't watch a whole lot of content anyway, but I don't really watch those guys. But shout outs to them. I know who you're talking about, though. Let's see. We got Dane Snyder again says, for the record, though, when she punched out at work, she came home as a submitted helpmate and wouldn't work on a thing at home. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Looks like you got your woman in check, Dane Snyder, as you should, as you should. Okay, let's get to some more clips. It looks like the dude that was in the comments looks like he didn't come on up. So I guess, you know, if he's still commenting, go ahead and, you know, you can go ahead and block him. If he's not commenting anymore, you could just go ahead and leave it. You can just go ahead and leave it. All right, let's get to the next clip.
Jacked women or the average male. Now, the first event was a sandbag drag between the teams. Now, the men...
Okay, real quick, as he's talking fast. So this is jacked women versus the average male, and they're doing these challenges. Let's see.
Were legit just dads who didn't even work out.
I don't do anything in particular very well.
Against women who train every single day.
Usually train between 1 and 3 hours every single day.
And the first event was dominated by the men. The second event was a fill the barrel relay race. And once again, the men won this event.
Is this gonna do it? Average Joe, fill the barrel.
Now, deadlifts were next, which they did 10 reps for each set until someone gave up. They did this 13 times in a row until the average Joes finally couldn't hit another rep. It was now 2-1.
Rep 6.
Okay, good effort.
The next match was a pugil push, where once again, the men just dominated another event, getting them out of the ring very easily.
No, I mean, my ego's hurting.
Tug of war was the final event, and the women fell right to their knees right away and didn't even pull the men back at all. And the average Joes ended up winning 3-1.
Hold it, yeah, hold it. Pull back. There we go. Montana just passed the barrel. Average.
Yeah, man, and it's so funny where, you know, I debate these feminists and they come on my, you know, dating show as well. And some of them are so delusional, like, well, men aren't that much stronger. No, men are that much stronger. You got women, they work out for a living. One of the girls said that she works out, you know, a few hours a day, every day, basically. And these dudes are just, you know, basically they got dad bods. They're just average men, and they totally defeated them in almost all the challenges besides the deadlifting. And I would say that when it comes to deadlifting, that's one of the lifts where if you're not lifting, man, it's going to take a lot of strain on your back and stuff like that. So it's a muscle where you actually have to work out. So that's the only challenge that they beat them at. But every other challenge, they smoked the women. So average Joes demolished women that work out, that highly work out. So this just shows you that, man, women don't understand the physical strength difference between men and women. They think that, oh, well, it's probably like a 10% strength difference. Like, no, chick, it's more like, especially when it comes to upper body, you're talking like 50 to 60% difference. And if we're saying men that work out versus women that work out, it's like they're 5 times stronger than you. 5 times stronger than you. It's crazy. All right, let's get to the next clip. Let's see. So this next clip is that we're going to be reacting to. You know what? Let me get to one more before let's get to this one. It's on YouTube. Let's pull up this one real quick. Got some more super chats coming in too, so let me get to these and read them while they coming in. We got Gary Payne says, Cooley between... Okay, no, already read that one. Okay, Dane Snyder says, Joel in the chat said he was holding the slow/stop sign. Is that... I'm not sure who Joel is. We got Gary Payne again. He says, you are the first person I've ever spent money on here. Is there a better way to donate? Like 100% goes to you and your show. For sure, Gary. So one of the ways where you can donate to the show, where I get 100% because YouTube takes about 30% of the cash when you send it in. And then if you're sending it in through an iPhone, Apple takes like 70%. So I really don't get much. But if you want to avoid all of the, the Google, taking money and Apple taking money, if you want to avoid all of that and go right to me, Cash App below, $D Cooley. So you can just Cash App me right there. And yeah, I appreciate that, man. Gary, I really do appreciate it. And anyone else that wants to support the channel, go ahead and, shoot me over a Cash App, man. Shoot me over a Cash App. And, why we're getting all of these donations, why not? Let me just go ahead and give you guys the good news. Well, actually, let me see where the likes is at. Where are the likes at? Nah, we got 187 people in here, 64 likes. Once we get it up to 150 likes, I'll give you I'll make this special announcement. 150 likes, I'll make the special announcement. I got you guys, man. All right, let's get to the next clip. You know what? Yeah, actually, we're going to hold off on a YouTube. Okay, I see Joel is in here. I'm not sure who Joel is. He's not a member, so I'm not sure. Shouts out to Gavin Free None. Says, seen way too many videos of Ukraine and can objectively say women would get in the way more than they'll help. The drone operator argument is wild given they are often found by enemies and still have to lug gear and fight. Yeah, man. If you think about it, in Ukraine, like, the women can just leave, but the men have to stay there and fight. So these feminists, they're not saying nothing about that, though. These feminists are like, they're not saying, well, let's stay here and help our men out and let's support, let's fight, let's gather around, let's fight. No, those feminists is like, oh, we're at war? Oh, the men got to stay, we get to leave? Peace. That's what those feminists are doing, which is crazy. Let's see here. We got Dane Snyder. He says, she retired a year ago and destroyed my dating life. Hey, man. Wait, she retired a year ago and destroyed my dating life. Man, he was pimping. So while she was at work, Dane, what you saying is you was out there still dating. I see what you saying. I see what you... Or am I just saying that? Maybe I read into that a little too much. We got Dane again says, Joe was in the chat saying the old black man in the video is the guy who holds the stop/slow. Oh, okay. Sign on construction sites and manage traffic. Listen, he don't even do that. He don't even do that, bro. But that is funny. See, I don't read the regular chat. Sometimes I do, like I'll skim through it. And if I see something that's funny, I may just share it, just because it's funny. But, we trying to get through these videos, give y'all some good content, and then also get to open panel debate night. We got some people backstage, actually. I see 2 individuals backstage for open panel debate night. Make sure your camera is on and I'll bring you on up. So once again, it's open panel debate night. You can get to debate me about anything. So let me just give you the rules. When you come on up, give me your name and what do you want to debate about. So name and go right into what you want to debate about. We're not just having no regular conversations. This is not no kumbaya type moment where you come up on stream and you want to ask me some questions or you need dating advice. This is not that. This is open panel debate night. So the 2 people backstage, turn on your cameras and I'll bring you on up. Cameras have to be on and I'll bring you on up. And then once again, we can debate about any topic you want. You guys watch my clips. You see me. This podcast is big. Over 400,000 subscribers. Videos and clips go viral all the time on Instagram, like the little short clips and stuff like that. So you guys know my worldview. You see my stuff. So with that being said, you have the advantage. You can come in here like, oh, Cooley, you said this before. And you know what? I can refute what you said. Tonight's your night, man. It's live too. No edits, right? You can go ahead and make me look stupid. You can go ahead and maybe catch me in a contradiction. You can win an argument. Hop off stream, clip it real quick, post it, and get your 15 minutes of fame. Right? So for the people backstage, stop being scared. Turn on your camera and let's debate. All right, let's get to the next clip. Where are we at? All right, here's the next clip. Let's see what this is about.
Wasn't sperm designed to do half of the job and then the egg to do half of the job? Why is it that sperm was supposed...
I got music in the background. I don't want to get flagged, so let me play a different clip. I probably should have reviewed these clips before I play them. Or like some pianos in the background and something is always getting flagged and I got to take the stream down and, I don't want to do that today. All right, let's get to the next clip. 1 second here, chat. All right, let's review this. Hold up. All right, so this one was sent by one of the mods, and I got a timestamp already prepared for it. So let's see what we got here. Let's do this screen. Yeah. Okay. So if anyone doesn't know who this is, let me just give you guys a quick rundown of what this is and what we're watching. So this is a podcast called Hot and Bothered by Melissa Ford. If anyone doesn't know who Melissa Ford is, she started her career off as a video vixen. She was in tons of Jay-Z music videos, probably Ja Rule music videos. She was in all the music videos in the 90s and early 2000s. She was like one of the first video vixens, and she was one of the first women to like put men on blast and say that she's like the first Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner wants to be her, basically. So she came out with a book and talked about all the dudes in the industry that she slept with and she sucked off. Basically, her name in the industry was Superhead. So this is Melissa Ford, aka Superhead. Everybody know about that head, just not me. So this is her podcast, I believe, called Hot and Bothered, which that name is just dumb. But also she has it's featuring Charlamagne the God. And they're going to speak about some stuff. Not even sure what they're going to speak about, but because I didn't review it, but one of the mods sent it to me with the timestamp. So we're going to get right into it and see what's up.
A lot of travel because I'm constantly thinking about where I want to go next and what part of the world, part of the globe I need to see. There's a lot of women empowerment stuff. But a lot of times when you do have the women empowerment part of your algorithm, a lot of the other side is going to filter itself in. And that's the gender war-y, masculinity versus femininity, whole rhetoric and stuff like that. And it does start to, kind of have an effect on you. I guess what
Yeah. She just admitted it. It's funny because she's speaking about things like, when you have one side and you're doing content, you get flooded by basically she's speaking about red pill, I would say like red pill manosphere type content. And she says she admits that this type of content, speaking about women's nature, the biological truth about women's nature, and also male and female intersexual dynamics, basically that men and women aren't the same, basically that attraction isn't symmetrical, is asymmetrical, basically that, what you bring to the table and you start talking about your career and how much money you make, men that say that they care about that, they're lying, they just want to smash, right? We really don't care about that. So all of the red pill truths, the descriptors that's rooted into truth, she says that she admits it's starting to have an effect on her. Right? She just gave me motivation. Like, it is affecting you. So Hot and Bothered, actually, I take it back. This is a good name for this podcast because she is hot and bothered.
No Fugazee.
She is hot and bothered.
It's not that I don't believe that there is a huge swath of the male population that is interested in growth and evolution and their mental health. I absolutely believe that. I think that the ones that aren't, I think that the Manosphere Red Pill Nation podcast.
See, I told you she was talking about us.
Bros, I think that they are so much louder.
But that's the loud minority a lot of times.
And then when you see the comments, not only that, I mean, when you read cases like Giselle Pellicott.
The loud minority. And if anyone doesn't know who Charlamagne the God is, he is one of the hosts on The Breakfast Club. I think Power 105 in New York. He hosts The Breakfast Club. He's been there for, at least definitely well over 10 years. But it's funny that she's saying this, and once again, she's not taking any accountability. She's saying these things and she's not admitting that, the things that, they say in this manosphere type of content in this space happens to be true. She's not saying any of these things right now. She's just basically expressing that she's bothered, that she's hot and bothered by it, which is why I said that actually this is a good name for this podcast, for her podcast, because she is definitely showing that she's hot and bothered. But let's see what else she's speaking about right now. And because a lot of these women and also men, these blue pill men, they don't really fully have a good grasp on the concept of manosphere and what it is, you know, what we call manosphere and red pill and stuff like that. They just think that it's men that dislike women or have some type of hatred for women, and some of them even call them, oh, it's the incel community and stuff like that, right? So they don't really have a full idea of what the podcast is about. Because I know that because she went on to say, well, you know, I understand that, you know, men need, you know, to self-improve and things like that. Well, this is what all this podcast is about. It's basically showing the differences between men and women. And it's helping men and women self-improve. And I would say that actually this podcast gives more women game, because not only do we expose the biological truths about women, but we expose the biological truths about men as well, right? How generally speaking, a descriptor, not a prescriptor, but the descriptor is, you know, men are only as faithful as their options. So if you want to get a guy with a whole lot of status, a whole lot of money, with a whole lot of options, the probability increases for him to not be faithful. But if you want to go ahead and get an average Joe, which most women don't, the probability increases for him to be faithful. But what I've learned from doing this podcast, most women don't even care about the man's capability of being faithful. They just want the dude with the clout, with the status, with the money, with the riz, the man that can make them feel good inside, because really all they care about is their feelings in the current moment, how they currently feel. And that's what they tend to go off of. So, but the thing is, if women watch this podcast, bro, they'll get so much game. They'll get so much game. They'll be able to look at the dating marketplace and be able to, you know, source out the guys that's playing games and, you know, pick the guys that's maybe showing more characteristic traits of wanting to be serious and not only look at them as just recreational use only. So, yeah, man, she just doesn't know what she's speaking about. But let's get into it. Let's see how she's going to correlate this.
The woman in France.
Oh, yeah.
Whose husband was basically renting out her body for about 10 years and drugging her in the process to where she didn't even know what was happening to her. And then this became like this massive case in France, and 51 men saw some kind
Tom, what does this have to do with the red pill? Look at this. This is stupid. So this is the correlation you're making. So you're speaking about red pill, and then you're speaking about some woman in France and her husband was drugging her or something and using her as like a sex object. Like what?
level of prosecution, but it was up to 80 men that had participated in this. And they were doctors, lawyers, grandfathers, fathers, brothers. They were all, you know, pillars of society and you know, members of society, professional, et cetera, et cetera.
But they was buying pussy. The problem
they were not buying pussy. They were graping.
But wasn't he selling her? I thought he was her husband or something?
Yeah. So she's just silly. It would be both, you know. Since she's like drugged out, it'll be most likely grape as well because she really can't give consent. But also the husband was selling his wife body. That's what was going on. So let's see how is she correlating this to red pill / manosphere? Like this is the effects of it. It seems like this is what she's saying, but let's continue on.
She was unconscious. Oh, he was drugging her and renting out her body.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was wild. And so when you hear things about that, when you see the swath of men from all walks of life participating in something like that, when you hear about this group chat of like 72,000 men sharing pictures of their wives and girlfriends in an intimate manner and exchanging stories as to how to manipulate women and drug them and take advantage.
Oh yeah, so here's the thing. She's conflating two totally different things. If anyone was in any group chats talking about how to take advantage of women in a physical way, that had nothing to do with any type of manosphere or red pill influence at all. Like, no one in the red pill space or manosphere space talks about, I would say most of us don't even speak about we're against paying for box, right? We think that the dudes that pay for box is simps. We're against paying for box. So one, we're against that. Two, we're against taking advantage of women in that type of way. If anything, we speak about the information that we give to men when we speak about the biological truths of women's nature is to prepare men to give them leverage in the dating marketplace, because most men are walking in there without any leverage, without any understanding of how these modern women in modernity are dating with social media and these dating apps where average women have so many options, and these average women think that they're tens, right? And they're just dubbing all the guys and flaking out on all the guys that they actually should be dating, because they're getting a lot of male attention from guys that only want to smash but don't want to commit to them. But that's because women tend to conflate sexual attraction with relationship attraction. So right now what she's doing, she's just conflating weirdos in another country that's doing some criminal acts to say, this is, manosphere red pill type of stuff. And she just has low IQ, right? This is what I said. Like, I wonder what her correlation is going to be, because it seemed like she was getting ready to say something. And now what she brings up is a story in France of a man fully taking advantage of a woman in sexual ways, which has nothing to do with red pill or manosphere, which is male self-improvement, and red pill is just a set of descriptors, not a set of prescriptors.
Advantage of them, and I mean,
listen, there's some men that you trust the bear more. What was that shit y'all was arguing about, the bear or the man, whatever? There's some men
if you ran into a strange man or a bear in the woods, who would you choose? 98% of women chose the bear, and men.
98% of women are delusional. I'm sure you chose the bear too, which is crazy. Your name is Superhead. Your nickname is Superhead. You are known in the industry of sucking cock for a living, getting opportunities based off of sucking cock. The only reason why we're even reacting to your podcast right now and why you even have a platform is because you got here by sexualizing yourself. Now you're complaining about, situation. You shouldn't even be complaining about the story that you just spoke about in France. That shouldn't even be your complaint, right? It's like, she was doing it without, that was being done to her without her authority. But I was doing all of that with more than 50 men or 80 men with, by choice. So she's just delusional, man.
Lost their ever-loving minds.
I mean, because it is a very ridiculous thing. But I understand why women could feel that.
Here's the thing. If the bear kills me, that's fine. At least he didn't grape me. At least he didn't say...
Bruh, look how these women think. If the bear kills me, at least he didn't grape me. Right? So look at this. It's a full worldview contradiction. And I'll explain to you. Essentially, she's saying that, getting graped outweighs taking my life. So getting graped outweighs death, meaning that I'll rather experience, I'll rather experience deletion rather than grape. And peel back the layer to things. Well, what is grape? It's under the umbrella of sex, right? But this woman fully exploited herself when it came to sex. In the industry, her name is Superhead. She was giving everybody head. Jay-Z smashed, Pharrell smashed. I don't know, all of them probably smashed. Mad people smashed. Man, my uncle probably hit. He was in the industry back then. Who knows? I don't know. But so this umbrella that she has a complaint about, it is a valid complaint, but we're comparing death, let's say deletion and grape, but she thinks that grape is worse than deletion, where it's like, if grape is that much worse than deletion, and grape is under the umbrella of sex and sexuality, is under the demonic branch of all of that, right? But still, it's under that branch because it is the act of sex, which is no consent there. So it's once again that demonic branch. But it's not death, right? You get grape, very horrible. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. But like, it's nowhere near compared to death, right? Like, I'd rather choose grape than my worst enemy to die. Right? I don't wish death on no one, but if we're comparing the two, it's like, come on, man, that's crazy. Come on, man, that's crazy. And no one don't clip me out of context either. Because I gave the context fully there, but that's what she's saying, which is just nonsensical. But the contradiction is, well, if you truly believe that, then why were you a sex worker? Right? We know that there's a difference between, consent sexual activities and the non-consensual sexual activities. For sure, huge difference. But it's still under that umbrella of sex where you're still going to live the next day. You're going to breathe the next day. You're going to survive the next day. But this category is no more breathing, no more heartbeat. You're gone. You're gone. It's deletion. But somehow this category is like much worse. It's just stupid. It's dumb.
Sexual assault me. At least he didn't violate my corpse.
But what if that guy
violate my corpse? This chick is weird.
Is running from the bear too, and the guy's trying. And
it's entirely possible, and this is.
What's going on, brother?
That's not Superhead.
What'd you say?
I said that's not Superhead.
He said that's not Superhead. This is Superhead.
That's what chat's saying.
Nah. This is Superhead. Melissa Ford.
That's what chat's saying.
Because they young. They don't know.
I mean, maybe, it looks like her.
An actress from Corinne Steffens. Yeah. Because so here's the information. So Melissa Ford it's her actress name, and she was formerly known as Corinne Steffens, and she's famous and she's famously known as Superhead. So Corinne Steffens, I think that's her real name, and Melissa Ford is her actress name. So basically, she was in the industry, she was a video vixen, and she went under the name as Corinne Steffens, I believe. And then, or it could be either or. Maybe Melissa Ford.
I've only ever known Superhead. I never even known her as anything else besides that.
Either Melissa Ford is her real name or Corinne Steffens is her real name. But anyways, yeah, it is Superhead.
Gotcha.
Chat just young, man. They don't know.
Yeah, I've never known any other name besides Superhead. I mean, I'm old, you know what I mean? So
nah, facts, but appreciate you for checking and calling in, man. Thanks.
Yeah, I got you.
Look at the mods in here. That's why you become a member, man. You keeping me sharp, man. But yeah, that is definitely Superhead. Which is crazy, man. Which is crazy. Let's continue on.
I want men to really truly understand why women have no choice but to be fearful. You have 4 daughters.
Absolutely.
I need to know
why women have no choice but to be fearful. Well, no. Now, I would say that, since women are shorter, they're weaker than men, it's in a woman's nature to be, cautious. That's just in her nature because she's the weaker sex, nothing is wrong with that. But to choose a bear over a random man is just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. That's different than being afraid. You've been indoctrinated. That's not afraid. That's indoctrination, because the bear, you can't negotiate with the bear. Like, say if the bear has nothing but bad intentions for you. The man may not have bad intentions for you. Most men in this safe world, we know that, well, one, we don't have bad intentions for women, because I would say that a lot of men, when it comes to women, they tend to be benevolent, and we've built a society and created infrastructure to protect women, and created lots of technology is there to benefit the woman. Like, all of the, so many things. When it comes to tampons and everything, so many things, air conditioners and office jobs, like that's the benefit the woman. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But anyways, it's like the refrigerator, the dishwasher, like, men created this dishwasher for women. Like, oh, let me see if we can make the woman's job a little bit easier, honey. So she's just lying. She's talking about indoctrination, not fear. And they were indoctrinated via the feminist movement, because the feminist movement views things from an oppressor versus oppressor versus oppressed lens, right? Well, who's the oppressor? Like, if women are oppressed, then who's the oppressor? Men, right? That's how they view things from, sense of view things from. And when you're viewing things from that lens, I mean, it kind of makes sense for you to choose it still doesn't make sense for you to choose the man over the bear, but I see why you would choose the bear over the man. I see why you would, but it's still nonsensical, because you cannot negotiate with no bear at all.
Your oldest is, I believe, 16, 17. 17.
Come here, ask you a question. Have you had more positive experiences with men than negative?
That's an interesting question. I have had extraordinary...
Charlemagne is definitely low IQ, but and definitely has the victim mindset. And not only that, he's part of the agenda, part of the radical left. But that was a good question. It was a good question, Charlemagne. I got to give you that. I got to give kudos where it's due. Good question.
Fulfilling and have fulfilling platonic relationships with men. Absolutely. So, I have had not the greatest personal romantic relationships with men.
So based off that, that all men aren't terrible human beings.
I do know that. However, I will say this. You want to know one of the reasons why women watch all that murder, death, kill stuff, all the serial killer stuff? Because we're trying to understand what threat looks like. No,
the reason why women like all of that murder, death, kill stuff and all of those Lifetime shows is because, well, from a psychological standpoint, women are attracted to those type of novels. And not only that, when it comes to, they're attracted to dark triad traits within men. Not all women, but a lot of women, and a lot of the younger, immature women are attracted to those dark triad traits within men. And it tends to turn them on. Like, a lot of women were surveyed, and one of their fantasies was to, be raped by a man in a dark alley, but not just by any man, by like the man that's in, what's the dude from 50 Shades of Grey? I don't know his name, but like that type of guy that's in 50 Shades of Grey, that's like one of their fantasies, like the Chad that's very attractive, that just scoops her off her feet and does something. Not all, but there's a lot of women that has those weird fantasies, and we see it. Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. How many women went to his trial that was praising him? Oh my, free him. They wanted him. They were sexually attracted to Jeffrey Dahmer, a serial killer. Look at so many other different serial killers where these women it'd be lines, loads of them, hanging outside when this dude is on trial for murdering 30 women and 50 men or something like that, right? So no, women are just, you guys have these complex, weird attraction triggers that it's rooted into the devil, the spirit of Eve. That's what it's rooted into, I believe. The spirit of Eve. Let's continue on.
because usually it's presented as somebody who's very, very normal. The BTK killer, Dennis Rader, he was a pillar of community. All
right, let's stop this. I think this is it. All we got. She's talking about some other stuff now. But anyways, this chick is delusional. Her, you know, what is it? Her descriptor of red pill and manosphere content was totally off. Her correlation of the basically what can we call him? Not a serial killer, but the weird guy that was in France that was basically auctioning off his wife. Her correlation to that red pill and that was just 100% off. So she just doesn't know what she's speaking about. And you know why? It's because she got whole brain. When you got whole brain, you can't think linear. Your thoughts is all scattered and tangential, right? Scattered thoughts. You don't know how to think in a straight line. So this is why she thinks this way. She sucked too many wangs. All right. All right, nobody backstage. It looks like the two people we had backstage, they didn't turn on their cameras and they left. Fair enough. So let's get to some more clips. Get the likes up, chat. And let's see if we got enough likes. Not yet. So we got 218 people in here. Once we get to 150 likes, I will make the special announcement. I will give you guys the special announcement. We need 150 likes. We are at 133 likes. So get the likes up now, and I'll give you guys the special announcement. Before I get to the next clip, let's see what super chats we got. We got Zandal says 100% Corinne Steffens, and we all senior citizens. Yeah, that's Corinne Steffens, which is Melissa Ford, which is also Superhead. Which is also Superhead. Or Superhead was Corinne Steffens. I don't know. Maybe I do got it wrong. Who knows? They look alike though. Let me see. I'll Google it for you guys. Make sure I got it. Okay, so you're saying that 100% Corinne Steffens was Superhead. Let's see. All right. Maybe I do have it. Oh, I do have it wrong. Cooley was wrong. Chat for the win. Chat for the win. Thank you for the correction, though. Chat for the W's in the chat for y'all. L's for me. Let me share it with you guys, though. Let me go ahead and share it with you guys. So this is Corinne Steffens. Hold up. Let me bring it up bigger. That's Corinne Steffens. Google reads Corinne Steffens, also known as Elizabeth, okay, and Superhead, okay, Video Vixen. Okay, so Melissa Ford. Wait, let me see. I just Googled it before and it said Melissa Ford. So what was Melissa Ford then? Hold up. Oh, okay, I see. Melissa Ford. Okay. So Melissa Ford, successful music video model. Okay, another Video Vixen. I got it. Yep, Video Vixen. Maybe I got the... Okay, so both Video Vixens. I knew I seen Melissa Ford in all those videos, though. Both Video Vixens, but the difference is Melissa Ford did not have the name of Superhead. That was Corinne Steffens. So you guys are right. L for Cooley, W for Ya. L for me, W for Ya. Let me see here. Melissa Ford, television personality. Man, she was sucking Wang too, bro. Same thing, right? Same thing. Yeah, she was sucking Wang too. That's how she got Video Vixen. Da. Yeah, no different. All right, let's get to the super chats. Let's see what else we got in here. You got Dane Snyder. Why is it these knob-slobbing skanks who talk about how afraid they are of a man assaulting them? Yeah, she's definitely she definitely slob on knobs too, bro. No one ain't. She was video vixen, bro. That people was running. Listen, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, Nelly, Jay-Z, all the rappers, all the R&B singers, if you was a video vixen, you was getting ran through. That's what I believe. All right, let's see any super chats that I missed. Okay, we got Gary Payne says, people hate Red Pill because the facts hurt their feelings. I can't stand people these days. Yeah, man. It's the facts. They can't deal with the facts. They can't deal with the Red Pill descriptors that's rooted into truth that even Andrew Wilson agrees with. And, you know, he criticizes many things, just like I do. He criticizes many things, but when it comes to the Red Pill descriptors, not the prescriptors, right? I disagree with a lot of people that give certain prescriptors, but that's not Red Pill. That's just, you know, content creators taking the descriptors and then giving information, telling you what you should do or think or what you shouldn't do, stuff like that, right? That's something a little bit different. But if we're speaking about the descriptors, no, man, the descriptors is biblical, basically, like, right? Oh, shouts out to you. I appreciate you as well. Athena, shouts out to Athena. She came all the way from Texas. I think it was last month. She came all the way from Texas and she appeared on one of my full panel dating shows with the girls, and she's a good sport. So shouts out to you, Athena. And I believe she's working she has her own podcast and stuff like that too, or things that she's doing. So go show love. That wasn't a super chat, but you know, she came all the way out from Texas. She had to sell one of her, what did you sell, Athena? She told us that I think it was on stream. She told us too that she had to sell a goat or a ram. Yeah, she had to sell a ram to book her ticket to come on a show. Cause we ain't simps over here, bro. You see all the girls that travel to the show. We just had a chick last week that traveled to the show. She came all the way up from Atlanta. I ain't flying no chick out, right? I'm just not paying for that. The most we'll do, you know, we'll do like, you know, Uber, you know, we'll maybe do like a reimbursement on like stay, something like that. We'll do some type of reimbursement there, but flying out to get girls on a podcast I won't ever do a girl show if I had to do it. I'm just not doing it. All right. Where we at with the likes? Okay, we hit 150 likes. So let me go ahead and give you guys the announcement. So this Friday, which is tomorrow, me and Jake Rattlesnake will be teaming up on a full panel dating and relationship show in Nashville.
No Fugazee.
Yes, sir. Yes. Jake Rattlesnake will be joining the No Fugazee podcast full panel dating show. I had my team. Great team. Great in recruiting. They booked many girls out in Nashville for the show tomorrow. That's going to air tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We may even go at 8 on a dot, but I would say 8:30 the latest. And we'll be on a tight schedule because Jake is going to be rocking with us. And then he has Debate Con on Saturday. So everyone that, hasn't booked it's no more booking any tickets for Debate Con. But I'm sure they're going to be streaming the debates live. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll be streaming it live. So I'll ask Jake when I meet up with him tomorrow I'll be at DebateCon. Also gonna meet up with Andrew's gonna be debating, so most likely meet up with Andrew as well out there, and a lot of other content creators. But that's the special announcement. So tomorrow, and we've done things like this before. Everybody that's new here, I've flown out to Vegas, did a podcast with Marquette, had my team recruit all the girls for that show, flown out to Miami, had my team recruit all the girls for that show. So we're mobile. We're able to do this, right? We're able to do it. But it costs money to do it. It isn't cheap, right? So support the channel because it definitely helps us to do more traveling like this, right? To go to different cities and to do debates or to do full panel girl shows. All of this just helps. So the more you donate, the more you become a member, sending those super chats. If you don't have the money, totally fine. Just like the video because the video is free. That just helps push it into the algorithm, which it's monetized. So more views, more money. So there's many ways to support, even if you don't have the coins to send, like the video, or actually send in those coins. And if you don't want Google, which is YouTube, taking 30% of the money that you send in, you can just shoot me a Cash App, man. Shoot me a Cash App. But yeah, also, listen, bro. No big simping out here. Every show that we did in these other states, we never paid a chick at all. At all. So, all the chicks that's booked in Nashville, we ain't paid them. Like, our recruiters is great, right? And not only that, I'm collabing with, and shouts out to him. I worked with this individual a while ago, but I'm collabing at a studio out there, which I'll share that news later because I don't want you guys knowing exactly where we're shooting at in Nashville, but I'll share that information with you later on. But I'm collabing up with an old friend of mine. So it's funny because I had certain contacts that just happen to be in Tennessee, right? So pretty cool. But yeah, that's the special news. So you'll be seeing Jake Rattlesnake on the podcast tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. No, what is it? I think Tennessee is an hour behind. I don't think that's Eastern Standard. I don't know. When I get out there, I'll find out. But I'll have the stream up so you guys will see. We already got the thumbnail made. So actually, I'll go ahead and post the thumbnail and post the stream so you guys will be notified of when we do that stream. But anyways, let's see if I missed any other super chats. 1 second. But that is the breaking news for you guys. We got Walt. Walt, welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang. Look like he just joined the membership, so I appreciate that.
No Fugazee.
We got Dang Snyder. He sent them $5. He says, Athena sold 3 rams. Rams are a type of goat, by the way. No, I figured, yeah, ram is a type of goat. We got Gary Payne sends $5. Y'all hitting Nashville? I live 20 minutes outside of Dixon. That's cool. Y'all be close. Yeah, man. We gonna be close. So listen, man, come to DebateCon. I'll be at DebateCon. That's gonna be in Nashville Saturday and Sunday. So come on out to DebateCon. You can purchase a ticket. I don't have the link for it, but if you hit me up, I'll send you the link if you want to purchase a ticket. I doubt the tickets are sold out. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. We got Mike Young says $2. Hey, Cooley, thoughts on the government shutdown? Well, my thoughts is the government shutdown is over. So that's my thoughts. All right. I don't think I missed the super chat. I think I got through them all, but let me triple check here. Okay, no, I missed one. We got Gavin Free None sends him $5. He says, I want to debate on how Cooley's hairline is AI perfect. It's unacceptable, to be honest. Listen, man, my John clean. My John is clean. It ain't no, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I got to just shape up my beard, but that'll be done tomorrow. The beard to be shaped up and crispy, oiled, picked out, whereas it's nappy right now. But a beer to be fresh for tomorrow's stream. But anyways, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, the beard is looking crispy. We got Dane Snyder says $5. He says, so this is an older super chat. He says, Deej told me she didn't do laundry and cook for someone else's boyfriend, so I had to cut back. Fair enough. So player. I see what you're saying, Dane Snyder. Player. Okay. Let's see where did I miss any other chats? Nope. I think we're all caught up with super chats. All right. Well, let's continue. Oh, we got someone back here for open panel debate night. Finally, looks like we got a camera on. Let's see what's good. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? You frozen, man. Why don't you exit stream and come back in? Bad connection, so come back in when you're under some Wi-Fi or something like that. Well, I thought we had one. I'm like, oh, someone wants to smoke. Let's go. Hopefully he comes back in, connected to some Wi-Fi, so we can have a debate. Yeah, man. Chat, I know y'all was clowning me, man. Corinne Steffens and Melissa Ford. Yeah, I know two different people. But when I did Google it, it did say the same person, but then I separated it. I just put without the superhead. And then it told me that, no, Corinne Steffens is superhead and Melissa Ford is just another video vixen. So I was halfway right. No, I was like 90% right. 90% right. Still video vixen. Mad nigga smash. Charlemagne asked her the question, have most of your experiences with males been bad? She says, generally no, but in dating and relationships, yeah, which tells me that dudes just been smashing, hitting it and quitting it. That's why she had a lot of bad male experiences when it came to dating. Because she ain't qualified for a real relationship. She only qualified for the pipe. All right. Next clip. All right, so I just seen two people join the stage, but your cameras isn't on. Well, two people joined the stream backstage. Turn on your cameras. All right, let's see. Well, welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about. Also, let me get your age.
Yo, I'm 21. My name's Alan. How you doing, brother?
Alan, you 21?
Yes, sir.
All right, Alan, and what do you want to debate about tonight?
I don't really want to. I guess it's not much of a debate, but I've come across your channel a few times. Are you like chummy with Andrew Wilson? Like, do you watch him consistently?
You said, do I watch Andrew Wilson?
Yeah, like, are you a fan of the fella? Do you know him?
Oh yeah, I know him personally.
You know him personally? Oh shit, word. All right. Did you see his debate with the what's her name? The Naira girl.
I haven't watching any. I haven't watching any recent debates because I've been busy. But I'm sure I'll get around to it. But tonight is open panel debate night, not really conversation night. So
no, I wanted to say, bro, it was rough. He got bodied for like no reason, and I was just curious thoughts on it because he didn't have shit to say. It was the most it was like secondhand embarrassment. He lost it, man.
You said
because I'm a big fan of
what girl? What girl was it? What girl did he debate?
Naima, the olive jar girl.
Okay, so he debated that girl again.
Came back, yeah. It was like, bro, I was just wondering if you saw it or like heard about it because it was. I don't know if it was.
I didn't watch that
like, changing.
Yeah, I didn't watch that debate. I didn't watch that debate, so I don't have an opinion on it. But what I can say is, I did watch that person. I did watch that he debated that person before and he obliterated her before. So he obliterated her. Real quick, let me give you my thoughts real fast. Andrew Wilson obliterated her so bad before that I don't think that what you're saying is even true at all, because that girl is just, she has low IQ. She's not smart.
Bro,
so there's no way that he can lose that debate because she's that dumb.
The same topic. It was like 25 minutes of him going back and forth on like morality, if it's a natural right or if it's gifted by God or whatever. I mean, it was the most pointless semantic debate I've seen in so long. I don't know. I guess that was mostly.
Yeah, no, I've never watched it before.
It put me off of Andrew Wilson. Like, for real, I was watching that shit. I had to turn it off. Like,
do you have a different opinion on morality then?
No, bro. He was just going back and forth. Like, okay, so she was arguing because I don't think she's that smart either. But like, I couldn't believe that he couldn't get through this. Like, well, what do you mean? Do I have an opinion on morality? What's your opinion on morality? You're a religious man, yeah.
Well, you said that he kept going around in circles, I'm guessing, on morality for the first 20 minutes.
So what he was he got stuck on this topic where I don't know, he was trying to the crux of it turned into her statement was that morality, like human suffering is bad. And he said, why? And she said, I don't know, because it's bad. Do you think that causing human suffering is a good thing? And he's like, of course not. You know, makes sense. And she was like, okay, so why does it matter, like, why it's bad? And he got stuck on that topic for so long that I can't even explain.
Well, I can explain this to you. That's totally fine. I can explain.
The fuck up.
I got you. I can explain some. I didn't watch the debate at all, but from what you said, I can give you an explanation to maybe what I think what was being said.
Sure.
So if the Nyla individual, if she's saying that she believes in like harm principle, and basically she wants to reduce, she doesn't think that basically anyone should experience harm. That's what you said?
Well, no, I mean, like he was trying to make the argument that like it's all relative and that it's all preference based, that like what suffering is preference based. So your preference
for her it would be for her it would be preference based. So like say if I say that for an example, well for an example, because I have these debates too, and me and Andrew Wilson, I would say that our worldview, I would say we agree on a lot of things. But if it's the case that the individual Nyla is saying that, well, you know, I don't think that anyone should experience harm or anyone should experience suffering, then you would have to explain what harm is, because harm could be different from like we may go through the same experience, but you may say that, well, I felt harm and I suffered from it. And I might say that, well, I didn't suffer at all. Because if you think about it, if you are, if I go to the gym a lot, when I go to the gym, I'm suffering like a lot. I'm experiencing a lot of pain at the gym, but this pain and this suffering, it builds muscle, right? So there's different type of ways that humans can conceptualize the word of harm and the word of suffering. So maybe he was asking a question, because I didn't watch it, but maybe he's asking a question like, well, how do you justify morality? Like, do you think that morality is subjective, or do you think that morality is objective?
That's exactly what it was. She brought up like an example. She was like, so if I punch the co-host in the face, is that causing human suffering? And the co-host was like, yeah, I wouldn't like that. And then Andrew was like, yeah, but what if he did? And then she was like, would you? And then the co-host was like, no, I don't want to get punched in the face. So she's like, so if it's unconsensual, then don't do it, right? Like, why does it matter if it's like a preference or not? I don't know, but I'm not even trying to argue. I just want you to watch that shit and like.
No, it's not trying to argue.
Was hard to get through, brother. It was rough. I don't know if he lost his edge. Because he used to be better. Like, you know,
I'll give you an explanation real quick. I'll give you an explanation. Listen to this, right? So, if you do not believe in God at all, if you're not grounding your beliefs in anything, and you believe like that morality is subjective, then it would be the case that, well, it would make sense for Andrew Wilson to ask certain questions and question her belief on what she thinks is harm and what she thinks is suffering, like what she really thinks human suffering is, if she believes it's subjective, if she believes that morality is subjective. I believe that morality is objective.
Oh, based on what, like, okay.
So morality
that's
is objective. So morality is So morality is objective. Objective
like
would be
what principle though?
So based off of I believe I believe in Christian ethics. So I follow Christian ethics. So I believe in the Bible, right? So that's where my belief comes from. So I believe that God sets the standard of morality. So it's objective. There's no negotiating with what God said is good and what God said is bad. There's no negotiating. But if you believe that morality is subjective, well then if it's subjective, then it's mind dependent. It's not mind independent. And if it depends on the mind, then if you believe that it's subjective, then what I think is causing human suffering could be different from what you think causes human suffering. So then if we're trying to, build a society, then we're really not going to get anywhere.
So
because it's like, oh, I think this is bad, but this person over there thinks this is good. So how can we put consequences? How can we make any law and order and put consequences on the things that are good and bad if the things that we believe to be good and bad, we can't agree on?
I feel that. I mean, so do you think that like just religious morality in general should be the baseline, or just Christian morality?
From my standpoint, I would say Christian morality.
So would that invalidate other religions' moralities in your opinion?
Most of the Abrahamic faiths, because they tend to follow the Old Testament, a lot of the moral claims we tend to agree on. I would say a bulk of them we tend to agree on the moral claims, but there's many things that we disagree on. Because the other
they can't.
Right? Hinduism is different, but not only that, if you're speaking about Islam, if you're speaking about the Muslims, if you're speaking about the Jews, basically they just believe in like works. There's no like faith and works. So it's a little bit different, man. But yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. From what you said with how you analyze Andrew Wilson debate versus this, what's her name? Naomi?
Naya? N-A-I. Oh, wait, shit. Nyla. My bad.
Okay, well, whatever her name is.
Yeah, my bad, brother.
So far from what you said, I think that you didn't comprehend the debate topic and didn't comprehend the strategy that maybe Andrew Wilson was using.
You gotta watch it?
I mean, I'll probably get around to it and watching it, but I haven't watched it yet. But I got some people up here that wants to ask you some questions.
Yo, people got questions for me?
They got questions for you, man. So let me get these two individuals up.
Holy shit. What's up, boys? How you boys doing?
Hey, well, first off, why don't you show your face? Because, I mean, you're pretty low IQ. So we want to see your face when we're talking to you. That's first off.
I didn't realize you couldn't see it. My phone camera's tweaking. I can't tell you.
So here, check this out. For you to even start off with your statement that Andrew had no idea what he was doing, you obviously didn't know that for the first hour of the debate, he was arguing her point of view. He was making her argue against her own point of view.
Yeah, bro, and it was
an internal retreat. So when he uses hypotheticals, and you're like, I don't know why he said that, because it's a hypothetical. He's trying to test the logic of her point of view. And all she did was argue against her whole entire point of view for the first hour of the debate. If you couldn't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you.
You don't really need to tell me anything. I didn't really ask, but I appreciate it.
Well, you did. You asked Cooley. He didn't watch the debate. I did watch the debate. And the question that you asked Cooley, I can clearly answer for you.
So,
okay,
yeah, I mean,
so real quick, Alan, real quick. So thank you for that context, Wit Kid, because now basically you're saying that, and from what he said, he did an internal.
Okay, I am a fan of this guy. I watched this guy a lot.
Okay, Alan, Alan, real quick. So basically, what Witkid watched the debate too, and what Witkid is saying is that Andrew was doing an internal critique based off of his opponent's worldview. The things that he was saying was not his worldview. So this is why you thought that Andrew believed in maybe all of this subjective morality type stuff, but he doesn't.
Once again, you didn't. So the issue is that, I mean, of course, that's what he does, which is usually a pretty decent debate tactic. The issue is that he wouldn't give his opinion, especially on that topic. I mean, you watched that shit, didn't you?
What do you mean? He was trying to get answers from her. She kept equivocating answers throughout the whole entire debate, where she would use the definition of a word one way, then she would use the definition of a word a different way, just so she can suit her argument. She did nothing but evade questions, evade, obfuscate, and then do nothing but filibuster for hours at a time while he was trying to ask a simple yes or no question. She's like, well, I don't know. What do you think? Well, what do you think? Well, tell me how you feel. And he's asking you the questions, trying to do an internal critique on your worldview. That is exactly how that debate went, and she just did nothing but evade.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
We can admit that it went nowhere at the very least, though. Can we agree that nothing was accomplished out of it?
A lot.
I mean, we all accomplished a lot of stuff. We saw how stupid she was. We saw that you're unable to get a worldview. We saw that she actually agreed that her worldview is actually wrong, and she couldn't even see that. So we actually learned a lot. If you couldn't see that, again, this is why I stated my argument with it's pretty low IQ for you to come off the way you did. Because if you couldn't understand how that debate went, there's an issue if you think that she won that debate, because that's what you said, is she won the debate.
I don't think she won the debate. What's your IQ score?
What do you mean? I can rewind the tape and give you a timestamp right now from less than 10 minutes ago where you said she won the debate. Would you like
that's what you said. You pretty much said that Andrew lost the debate.
My bad.
But
the word
Alan
you used was bodied. You said he got bodied.
I do think he got bodied.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, hold on. So a second ago he didn't win the debate, and now he got bodied. Which one is it, buddy?
Well, one mic at a time, fellas. Real quick.
Chill the fuck out. Why you got tattoos and shit and a white beard coming out?
Real quick, Alan. I'm gonna mute everybody. Let's have some decorum, because I do want to hear what Witkid is saying clearly when he's speaking. I want to hear what you're saying as well, Alan. And the audience wants to hear you, right? And then Dane, I want Dane to give his perspective too. So, Alan, the floor is yours. After you speak, I'll let Dane speak. Go ahead, Alan. You're good.
All right, good. My bad on that. My bad. You're right. What's your IQ score, Jay Witt, or whatever your name is? You take that.
What does that have to do with anything?
You called me low IQ. I was just wondering what the baseline.
Well, because obviously, if I can understand a debate went and you can't, I'm pretty sure I'm a little more high IQ than you are. So irrelevant to the topic. Why don't you stick to the debate?
All right, fair enough. What does IQ stand for?
Again, stick to the topic of debate.
But no, I mean, I'm just curious. That's a pretty that's a hefty insult to throw out. Do you know what it means?
No, that's not. I mean, that wasn't an insult. That was just a statement. If you'd like to hear an insult, I can do that. But we can continue with the debate topic, or you can continue to filibuster. Which would you like to do?
It's not even really a debate topic. You just kind of came in and insulted me. I didn't really take to that kindly. That's all I'm saying.
Well, because what you said was ridiculous. So if you say something ridiculous, I'm going to insult you, because, I mean, that's just it's debate night. So
you just said it wasn't an insult. It's an insult. Yeah.
When did I say it was an insult? I said it was something ridiculous said. So if I want to insult you, I will, because it's just fucking ridiculous.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the debate topic? Do you want to tell me how hurt you are of your feelings right now? Which one do you want to do?
See, I'm doing the thing that he does is the issue. You just get hung up. You can get hung up on any word anyone ever says. It's so pointless.
Any word? Okay, what word do you want to define?
That's
real
what
quick,
I'm saying. That's
real
what
quick,
I'm saying.
Alan. We got to be honest. So, real quick, I was respectful today when you came up.
Yeah, you were, and I think you're great. I listen to your shit.
But let's be honest though. This podcast is called No Fugazi. And you came up here being very fugazi. You came up here posing as a Andrew Wilson supporter, but you're actually an Andrew Wilson hater. There's no way on this earth. Real quick, stop it. I'll let you speak. Let me speak. There's no way on this green earth that you can be a supporter and not understand an internal critique. If you watch debate content, it's very simple to understand an internal critique. And then the conversation that we had is very simple to understand the worldview of someone like an Andrew Wilson, where he believes that God sets the standard of morality, that morality is objective, not subjective. He's a Christian man. We all believe that morality is objective over here if you're a Christian. We don't believe that human beings are the arbiter of morality. We don't believe that morality comes from our preferences, right? We don't believe this. So there's no way, there's no way you can be a supporter of Andrew Wilson or even myself, because I think that that's a lie too. I don't think that you're a supporter of me, because everybody up here knows that I believe that I have videos speaking about morality and how it's objective and how that God sets the standard, not human beings.
You don't think human beings have any place in it?
No,
Like
human beings set no standard of morality.
That's just a preference.
That's real.
It's just their preferences. It's only their preference. Human beings, like the secular individuals, they appeal to their preferences. Yeah. But guess what? The difference is our belief is we believe in Christ. We believe in God, that morality is objective. So if there's a good and there's a bad, then there's consequences on the good and the bad. If you do the good, good consequences. You go to heaven. You do the bad, you don't repent, bad consequences, you go to hell. It doesn't matter if you do not believe in the God that we believe in, or if you believe in no God, we're all going to experience the same consequences because morality is objective. That's what we believe in, right? It's very simple to understand. In your worldview and in other people's worldview, real quick, stop it. The secular, well, it is in our worldview. The secular individuals, they believe that morality is subjective. So they all set the standard of morality, which means that they believe that they're basically their own God. If you can set the standard of what's good and what's bad, you are then God. Mm-hmm. Because then you set your own consequences on the good and bad.
Yeah.
Make sense?
It does. You don't go to Patrick.
Okay, so now what's your worldview? What do you believe in, Alan?
My worldview is, regardless if it's an objective morality or not, I think saying that mankind has no part in setting moral tones in society is a bit naive, no? I mean, even if we get it from God and get it from the Bible, to say that we have no way of changing it or deciding what preferences are worth it later, and
Okay, so do you believe
that, the Atlantic slave trade was justified through the Bible?
No, it wasn't justified through the Bible. It was broken up because of the Bible. The slaves were freed because of the Bible. Now, it's not to say that I am being for real. It's not to say that people didn't use a book and do bad things.
They use it a lot, dude. And now we look back at it and we look at it and we think it's stupid.
Listen, Alan, red pill is a set of descriptors. People can take these set of descriptors within the red pill community and they can give bad and negative and harmful prescriptors based off of these descriptors, right? So we all know human beings are flawed. We're all flawed individuals and we have the ability to do negligence with information. But when it comes to Christianity and what the Bible actually teaches, it doesn't teach that slavery is a good thing. This isn't a prescriptor how society should move forward and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's just incorrect. But let me ask you a quick question.
No, I do know.
You said that you do believe that morality is objective, right?
Yes.
But how can it be objective, but then you also believe that human beings set their own standard of morality in society?
Because there's objective things that human beings also can create. What are you talking about?
Like what?
I mean, look around your room. We've decided that aluminum is the best way to package soda because it's cheap.
What does that have to do with morals?
No, I'm saying that humans over years realize that's the best way of doing a thing. So they continue to do that thing, and that has become the objective, most frugal way of doing it. So why would we do anything else, right?
We're speaking about morality.
No, I'm getting to my point. I'm getting to my point, bro. I'm getting to my point.
Let him land his plane. Go ahead, Alan.
I'm on my plane. I'd love to land. I wish I had a plane. Shit. Anyway, no, I'm just saying that, okay, I agree that murder is bad. Can we agree that murder is bad?
What if I didn't?
Right. That's totally fine. That's your opinion. Do you not think that murder is bad?
And if I didn't and you did, who's right? Who's wrong?
I don't think it quite matters. I'd say that
What do you mean it doesn't matter? If I think murder is okay and you think murder is not okay, who is correct? Who's not correct?
That would be based on opinion, then, brother. What are you talking about?
It'll be based off of preferences. That's the whole point.
So if I wanted to murder everybody for no reason, just because I felt like it and I thought it was okay, who's to stop me? If there's no objective morality, who is to stop me?
What are you talking about? Do you blow stop signs every single time?
Here's a better way to put it.
How about you answer my question instead of answering my question with the question? Give me a qualifier or something after.
I'll say this: who stops you from murdering people, and who decides that it's a bad thing?
Yeah,
that's what you're asking.
Yeah, who says it's bad?
Any government.
That's okay, so here's a better way to just ask it real quick, Alan.
Okay, whether or not the government
in a moral, not like who's going to take me to jail, in a moral judgment, who is to say that's good, who's to say that's bad? If there's no objective morality,
because if I say no, because if I try to say anyone other than God, then all you have to say is, but the only person that's actually going to judge me is God. Therefore, it's genius. Wow, that's a really good
the only if it's somebody else who says it's okay, and I think that it's not okay. Then there's a impasse there. So then you have to go to a higher being that sets the standard, because otherwise it's a preference.
Because I understand. I don't know. I'd say that I'm a Christian, but I do not think that God is the only one that is able to judge me. I don't think
then you're not a Christian.
Okay, so then you're not a Christian, Alan.
So you're not a Christian.
Alan, yeah, Alan, real quick. It's very simple.
You genuinely, are you guys like?
Real quick, Alan, listen to this real quick. It's very simple how you put it. But I'll just put it another way, because I still don't think that you I still don't think that you understood what Kid Dreams just said. What he's saying is, if you believe that something is bad, but I believe that something is good, and the morals, human beings set their own morals through their preferences, then how can we validate which moral preference is better than the other? It wouldn't be better. Actually, all of our moral preferences would be on the same playing field. They would be equal.
I think that morals should come from the lesson. And honestly, which is crazy, I can't believe that I even thinking this shit, but that girl that was debating him, I kind of agree with her. I think that humans, you're going to laugh at that. Yeah, you ain't even watched this shit. You laughing at me, bro. Come on now. You don't even know
what do you mean? I watched the whole entire debate. What are you talking about?
Look at the top left. Come on now. I am gonna say this though. I do think that human morals should be based on the lesser of human suffering. The lesser of human suffering.
But what if I think it's not suffering and you think it is suffering?
That's exactly what he says.
And then that's exactly the whole entire point. That goes back to preference.
Yeah,
how do you not understand this?
Let Dane, Alan, real quick, and Kid, let Dane get in here. Go ahead,
please, Dane. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
You can.
No, I can. Trust me. I have shoes over.
I believe you. All right, I'm listening, brother.
But listen.
I'm listening.
Good. Good. Here's the thing. You say you're 21. I'm going to grant that and go with it. So don't let the fact that you're getting so much.
Wigger Potter. That's crazy. Thank you for that. I'm gonna use that.
You just talk like that gal did on that debate, or do you want to actually have a conversation like a man? Because I don't like talking to children. Now, if you can grow up and have a conversation like a man, we can talk. You want to do that?
What would I have to change about my?
No, I'm asking you. Okay, here's what I'm asking you. See, this is how the masculine world works. We work in a hierarchy. You see how I said to Cooley a minute ago, hey, can I get in on this? And he was respectful. Wicked was respectful. I was respectful. We didn't just keep trying to out-sass one another like a girl. That's how men work. And I'd like to talk to you about this if you can man up a little bit and have a conversation. Can you do that with me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Real quick, I just want to honor this. So Stephen Smith, if you want to come up and join debate, just click the first link in the YouTube description or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments. You can come up. And anyone that wants to come up and debate tonight, come on up, join the stream. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah, because this is a grown-up world here. I'd like to talk to you like a man. So I think it's good that you're here, even though, you're young. Like I said, you say you're 21. I'm gonna go with that. I'm not so sure, but I'm gonna go with that.
Why would I lie? Why would I even lie?
Okay. What I would like to encourage you to do is keep hanging out around people like the three of us and people that think like we do, because you can learn some stuff. So let me ask you a few questions, okay? Do you know what Socratic irony is?
No.
Okay, good. I'm gonna ask you a few questions then. Okay. Can you tell me what the 3 laws of logic are?
What? The 3 laws of logic?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. I don't even need you to explain it. 1 second.
Can it come back?
That's just what they call it. The 3 laws of logic.
It's okay, man. Just have the conversation,
law
man.
Law of identity, law of non-contradiction, law of excluded middle law. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah, no, I actually do have an idea of this. I've just never called it. Just called the three laws of logic.
Back up or what?
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize it turns off. I just switched the tab.
I know, and that's going to work into my point in a minute. Do you know what? Without looking it up on Google, can you tell me what obfuscation is?
No.
Okay. What about gish galloping?
No.
Do you know what a premise is?
No.
An assertion? A presupposition? No. A presupposition?
No.
Okay. Metaphysics?
No.
Okay. See, that's what happens. Okay. Here's my point. And I'm really glad that you Googled up the 3 laws of logic and your cam went off and you said you didn't know. Here's what happened with that gal, Naima. I mean, I watched both debates, the first one and the second one. She's one of those Jubilee idiots. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jubilee is a very left-leaning little debate group, and the left is inherently feminine-minded, whether it's male or female. Okay.
We can talk about that.
Can I finish?
All right.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Thank you. I'll let you talk in a minute. Okay. On Jubilee, it's heavily edited. So when someone's sitting there and they're actually beating the crap out of one of those Jubilee people, then the people in the crowd around them hold up enough flags to get them voted off. And really what they're doing is saving the person. Yeah, see, because it's feminine. Just like what you're doing right now is feminine. But men who know how to use logic, we don't work like that. So what you just told me is that you think that Naima won, but you think she won because you don't know how logic works. You don't know what presuppositions are. You don't know what epistemology is. You don't know what you're looking at. All you know is the feminine argument method, which is a bunch of drama and sass, and whoever can have the cutest little one-liner and make the other one look so stupid and dumb, that person won, when they didn't. Naima did not present one sound argument, but since you don't understand logic, all you knew was it made your little coochie coo tingle and made you feel good. You squealed like a little girl. Oh, he was saying that was so funny. But she didn't win nothing. Timu Rick James got pimp slapped by Andrew Wilson again. So can you tell me one argument she made that survived?
What?
Well,
real quick, Dane, hold that thought. I just want to honor this one chat. Tim M, he's a mod, so I'm just honoring. He says, kick him out, Cooley. After this masterclass, he's just trolling. You know what? Alan. I like Alan. I'm a fan of Alan. You know why I'm a fan of Alan? Because he's not going nowhere unless y'all send in a $50 super chat. We need $50 super chat or Alan doesn't go anywhere. Alan, stay in here, Alan. Alan, you my guy, Alan.
If I can help you get your bag, bro, I hope
you
go
my
to bed
bag
tonight.
knight,
If someone for real like sends you $50 on my behalf, I hope when you go to bed you remember this stupid fucking face.
It's definitely a stupid face, all right.
Listen, real quick.
I might even send it in.
Have some decorum real quick. Anyone that wants Alan to go, send in $50. Alan is going like that.
You know
he's at it. But listen, if you don't send in $50, I'm keeping Alan up here for 2 hours. Alan, you know what? Thank you, Alan.
Hey, honestly, you should make it more cool because we can get a lot of clips out of Alan.
You know what? We'll do 50 for now, and then if things are going good, we may up it.
I'm high as shit. I saw your channel. I said, "Oh shit, I used to watch this guy. You're in my sub box. I haven't watched you in a while." And I was like, "Oh shit, I wonder what he's doing."
Alan's face looked like a pinky toe, I think. But, you know.
Alan looked like McLovin as a child.
Is that really? Is that funny?
Alan, did your baseball cap even fit you?
Do you understand how much
he looked like? Hey, you remember the cartoon? Remember the cartoon Doug? He looked like Doug. Remember the cartoon Doug?
No, I think it's better. I think
Doug and Patty.
I think Doug and Rick Moranis, the guy off of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Spaceballs, had a love.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Hey yo, someone said Alan gonna send a 50 himself.
No, he looks like the human version of Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. You know, Little kangaroo.
All right, let's get back to debates.
I want them to keep going.
No, actually, I just wanted to say something real quick.
There's something better in there.
I like the smoke session, but we got down there with the head. I think it's Mo Rebuttal.
I look like the guy from Spaceballs. That's a smoke session. Yeah, I do look like him. Fuck, what am I going to do about it?
All right,
yeah,
Alan.
you might as well accept it. You might as well accept it. You can't
I
help
did
the fact your
accept
mom
it.
and daddy were both ugly and it made you ugly. You get the genes you get, man. So that's
all right. Then let me speak on that. So it took what 15 minutes of me being here for you to just start insulting me. Like, what's the point? All right,
Man,
my feelings are not hurt, bro.
Are you gonna cry now?
See, now that's all. It's genius. You fuckers have a genius business. I can't even. Oh my god, I cracked the fucking code on you guys. It's glorious, and honestly, I respect the fuck out of you for doing this shit, bro. It is ludicrous to me. Not. Let me fucking talk. I'm saying that you're smart because honestly, it's beautiful. All you have to do, right? You ask if morality is objective. The moment that I say no, all you have to. Yeah, you can. I can hear you. I'm gonna finish this. All you have to say, if you ask me if morality is subjective, and I say yes, all you have to say is why, and then any answer that I come to, all you have to say is that, but without God, we would never get there. Genius, beautiful, great. You can insult me all you want. No, hear me out, for real. You can insult me all you want, and the moment that I say, why are you doing that? All you have to say is, what, are you going to cry about it? Stop acting like a woman.
Why am I doing it? Well, because you're just sitting there in a spot.
Hey, real quick. Yo, Wicked, Dane, let him land his plane, though. Let him land his plane. Go ahead, Alan. Fully land your plane.
It's a fucking beautiful, it's so fucking beautiful. You literally cannot be wrong with this worldview. It's fantastic. I'm wrong a lot. Shit, I know that I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong right now. And I'm fine with that. I'll look up that shit. Part of the record, I did know a lot. I was expecting you to explain it. I do know a lot of what you're saying because I do this shit a lot, and that's fine. I'm not even.
Okay, Alan. Real quick. Real quick, Alan. You have to stop with the cussing because we're live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. So stop with the cussing.
My bad.
Yep. Just chill out with the cussing.
That's fine. I do have to thoroughly explain that though. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're always right. All you have to do is call someone effeminate if they're.
Let me respond to that. No,
not always right.
Okay, so you called me an insult, which that's fine. Trust me. You see how I look? You don't think I've been insulted before? Come on now. So you called me an insult, and then the other guy called me an insult, and then you gave me another one, and everyone started laughing, right? And you did that for about 45 seconds. I'll be generous. I'll give you 40 seconds of that, right?
Right.
And then I said, so we're just insulting, and then you say, what are you gonna do? Cry about it? And it's beautiful. Because if I defend myself, then I'm effeminate. And then if I don't defend myself, I'm also effeminate.
No, if you defend yourself, you would have got
respect from us if you defended yourself.
No, what am I supposed to say? No, I don't. Yes, I do. What am I supposed to do? I do look like those things.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you see something you don't see. Okay. The questions that I asked you when you were saying you were expecting me to give you the answers, that's what's called Socratic irony or the Socratic method. And it's when you ask someone a question you already know the answer to because you're leading them to another point. That's just a method that you can use in debate. But the reason when I say feminine, that's not just to shut you down or make fun of you or call you a name. What I'm saying is your response to men like me and Wicked who were teasing you, by the way, making fun of men, that's what other men do. That's the way we associate. Women don't do that. Women don't
and I do that with my friends because I am a man.
I can't tell
What are you talking about?
Women don't do that because they don't want each other to feel like they're not the prettiest girl in the room. So when you start, instead of talking about the topic or talking about like when I said you look like a pinky toe, if you'd have said, well, you look like a big pink pumpkin. See, that would have been great. See, because I'm a fat dude. But instead you were like, you're saying that stuff. You're being mean to me.
Listen,
that's not what I did not say.
You understand?
That is how women behave. Is they go into that. Please don't pick on me. Hurt my feelings. Be nice.
But I didn't say that. That's why I'm saying that you're genius because I didn't have to say that, but you already assumed that I would have. All because I said, "Why are you insulting me? Why are you insulting me?"
You look like you were going to cry. That's why I said that.
No.
If you insult me, I'm not going to ask you why you're insulting me.
Stop insulting me. Are very different. We can agree that me saying "Why are you insulting me" is different than me saying "Stop."
Why do you think
listen, do you understand? I was explaining to Dane the other day that I knew 4 fat people and he was 3 of them.
Low IQ. Like what? Like that's not an insult, right? That's the first thing he fucking said to me. My bad. That's the first thing this guy said to me, and you're trying to act like this was in good faith, bro. Also, for the record, what does IQ stand for? What did you even mean by that statement? What does IQ stand for? Do you even know what you mean when you called me low IQ? For real, like
the fact
genuinely.
that you want to argue over the accuracy.
No. I'm going to argue semantics.
What women do.
No. Okay, then sure. I'm being feminine right now. You called me a thing, right? Do you even know what the thing is before you call me that? Because that can be a good thing.
I didn't call you.
You didn't call me. No, the guy with the tattoos did, and I agree
with it, but I didn't call you that.
That's fair. So I don't want to, the guy with the tattoos called me something. Like, I mean, I don't know what the word serendipitous means, right? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I don't need to know what it means.
Alan.
But let me land the plane.
Prattling.
Yeah, real quick, Alan. Let me create some decorum and let's get back to debates. Let's stop having a meta conversation. Let's actually get into the conversation, right? So real quick, Alan.
You called me effeminate.
Alan,
I want to defend that.
Okay, we're gonna get into everything that you want to defend. We're gonna get into all of it. But before we do so, we got two other people down here. They didn't get a chance to speak. I'm not sure. They could be on your side. I don't know whose side they're on.
Yeah, I seriously doubt it, honestly.
First, let's start with. Okay, so first, I wanna clear up some space in the room. So Dane and Witkid, I'm gonna stay backstage. 'Cause I'll probably bring y'all right back up.
Yeah.
So stay backstage. Don't go anywhere. But I want to clear some room. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, cool. So let's start with the dude. Actually, let's start with Mo Rebuttal. I think that's your name, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have a question for the panel or for Alan or whoever?
I came. I heard Alan talking about the debate, and I just wanted to jump in and kind of make a comment.
Yes!
You know, I think the problem here is that the guys that were just talking with him, they're running into the same issue that Andrew was running into at that debate, because Andrew didn't just do an internal critique, right? He actually took her argument and subtly worked it into hypothetical, so much so to where she actually started to argue against her own worldview and didn't even realize it. So it was actually a really masterful display of just leading her down, and Andrew has a history of when he hits something that is something they want to run away from, he takes them and he makes them face it, right? So he kept, and that's why they went over a lot of the semantics of what is morality, what is your worldview on this, you know, how do you define morality? And they had to go through that over and over again, and it felt like it was dragging on, but it did have a purpose, because at the end, like I said,
let's be honest,
it just had her really arguing against her own worldview, and she was so stupid she didn't even realize it.
But
so I think that
it's gorgeous.
What is your point?
My point is that this business model is genius, because if I
you said Andrew lost the debate, but I'm arguing that you follow you're in the same category as she was in, where you don't even realize the logical train of thought to actually follow them down it to understand why you're wrong.
I mean, like, genuinely though, just on a human level, do you need to know all of the ins and outs of debate culture and all this rhetoric shit to know that a 40-minute conversation on one on one word is completely pointless and just useless and annoying for everybody?
It means a lot, Alan.
That's why I'm saying he lost the debate. He spent 40 minutes arguing semantics over morality and never even gave his full opinion on the matter. So they just moved on to the next topic before he even had a chance to.
Alan, it means a lot. So remember, Alan, we were just having a conversation about morality being
in service of making her look dumb.
Yeah,
right.
Alan, real quick. Remember, me and you, Alan, me and you, we were having a conversation on, is morality objective or subjective? You said that you believe in God. You said that you're a Christian too, right?
To an extent, sure.
Okay, fair enough. Look, you said that you believe in God. You said that you're a Christian. You said that you do believe in morality. You said that you do believe that morality is objective, but then you contradict yourself in the next sentence that you made when you said that, well, I think that human beings can set their own standard of morality too. It can be, every human being can make their own justifications on what's good and what's bad. So therefore, real quick, what I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. Real quick, what I'm saying is, we can't really have a conversation if I don't really understand your worldview, because then you can always equivocate. You can always say one thing, right, but then when I put you, when your foot is in a fire and like you're at a contradiction, you can change your argument and say that, well, I believe this. Well, no, like your worldview has to be grounded within something. Either you truly believe that morality is subjective, or you believe that is objective. Objective is, it is not dependent on the mind. Subjective is, it is mind dependent. Make sense? So therefore,
I said a dumb thing. You're right. You got me.
Okay.
So continue. You got me.
Okay. So all right. Fair enough. Okay. So Mo Rebuttal, what else were you saying?
Well, actually, I'd like to. He said he was going to clarify, so I'm curious.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Alan. Go ahead.
Clarify it this way: the semantic argument whether morality is objective or subjective, I don't even think has a place in society at this point. Because yes, we based a lot of I based a lot of my morals off of Christian teachings. Yeah, I grew up that way. I'm fine with that. Our country's based off of Christian teachings. We've created morals out of it. Fantastic. That does not mean that new morals cannot be added into the human consciousness, right? I mean, like, back in the day, slavery was fine. It doesn't matter if the Bible specifically advocated for it, which it didn't, because I agree with you. I know that's like a gotcha that a lot of liberals like to use. It does not, to the extent that they like to. It also does not condemn it, right? So if we're going only based on Christian morality, hypothetically, someone could still use the fact that well, the Bible doesn't say anything against it, and they still could use that for their own subjective morality. I'm getting to the point. So I think that sometimes, yes, morality is very much subjective, and I think to assume that it has to be objective in order for it to be valid is kind of pointless.
Okay,
so
Alan, real quick,
if you take this,
more rebuttal, real quick. Let me just because, I'll give it
That's
to you,
an
more
argument.
rebuttal.
What's wrong with, I don't understand what
okay,
no
we hear you. We hear you, Alan. It's very real quick. I hear you, man. I'll repeat it back so you understand that I understand you. Let me still man your position, right?
Sure.
So basically you're saying that morality is objective. You know, God sets the standard of morality, but morality can change over time. You give an example like, back in the day, a lot of people thought slavery was fine. So therefore, if they thought that it was fine, slavery was fine. Even though that the Bible says that, they're against, you said that the Bible says is not against slavery. What the Bible is against slavery.
The Bible is not unequivocally against slavery. The Bible,
no. So here's
that it's for
Alan. If you have a debt,
slavery.
Alan, if you have a certain parts in biblical scriptures, it speaks about if you have a debt that you need to repay, if you need to pay off, things like that. That is real quick, Alan. So that's different than like slavery that the African Americans experienced, my ancestors experienced. That's different, right? So the Bible does not justify slavery in that context at all. But once again, that's basically what you're saying, that it's objective, but human beings, if we all collectively or a group of people collectively agree that this is bad or this is good, then it is good and it is bad. That is just if you're a Christian, right? And you believe in God, you would still say that it is bad. Even though that they say it's good, you would say that those people are evil and they're going to hell because under my worldview, it is bad. And God sets the standard of morality, meaning that it's objective. That's the moral standard that a Christian person appeals to. We do not appeal to someone's preferences of morality.
Do you think? Okay, that's fair, and I 100% get your position. By the way,
repeat it back. So repeat it back, so I know you understand it.
My position is that the concept of objective morality is the morality, right? We have to look at what God's teaching was, because if we flip flop it, right, it'll turn into chaos. And if you constantly try to use it back and forth and try to change the concepts of morality, then it just leads to pointlessness. I kind of get what you're saying. I think.
Okay.
So we have to follow one morality. That's what you're saying. We have one morality that we must follow and cannot deviate.
And that is God's
grounded morality.
It's a grounded
God's morality.
God's morality, and it's grounded.
But it is grounded in religion. I mean, like I mean, my example from earlier, like Hinduism. I don't understand it. I'm sure you don't either. I don't get it. There's a lot of weird stuff in there that just doesn't make no sense to me. No disrespect towards it.
If you're a Christian, you don't believe that the things that they believe in is right.
Right, but so that means that 6.8 billion people on this planet are unequivocally wrong in your worldview and are going.
They're wrong. There's a lot of people who is wrong.
But that just.
Once again, we're not putting any judgment. Real quick, Alan. No one is putting any judgment in deeming all of those people to hell, because biblical scriptures teaches us not to do that, and it isn't based off of that. So real quick, Alan, what we're saying is the things that these other religions believe in, they're just wrong. They have it wrong. We don't believe in it. And guess what? They believe that ours is wrong. You get what I'm saying? The difference is real quick. No, Alan. The difference is their belief in morality still comes from an objective lens. And I would say maybe not the
Yes.
the Hinduism, but I would say that the Muslims, the Jews, they would still believe in a morality that is objective, and God sets the standard of morality. The difference is you and other people like you would believe in subjective morality, where it's all preference based. So no one standard, real quick, no one standard. Yeah, Alan, listen, I got you. No one standard. Alan, listen, stop speaking. It's how can you validate if I believe that murder is bad, you believe that murder is good, but it's based off of preferences. We do not appeal to an entity outside of us. We appeal to ourselves. Then that means that I'm valid just as much you are valid. Actually, it proves force doctrine, because the only thing that would be valid is the person that can impose more force than the other person. So this would make, listen, how evil and crazy it is. Listen, this would make the statement of might is right. If you believe in preference-based morality, might is right, because it's going to come down to who can impose the most force on the other person. We don't believe that might is right.
Well, I am a Christian man. I pray. Christians 100% historically have imposed might is right. Are you being for real? Are you saying, you're telling me that Christian nations and
we got the $50 super chat.
Fuck you.
We got the $50 super chat. Alan up out of here. Peace, Alan. Real quick, I'll bring y'all back up.
I have more questions.
I know, me too. I have more. I'll bring y'all back up. Let me read the super chat. Shout outs to Uncle Tiger Sneezes. I didn't even see this come up. I just peeped it now.
Fugazi.
He sends in the $50. He says, "Thus saith the stash, Alan is hereby banished from the land, forthwith all of eternity, permanent exile for high crimes of trolling and foreign ignorance. May God have mercy on his soul, because the free peoples of No Fugazi." Yeah, man, he had to get up out of here. Either he was trolling, or, I don't think he was trolling. I think that he was a liar. He lied about being a Andrew Wilson fan and also being a fan of mine. It's a total lie, because he doesn't understand my worldview or Andrew worldview at all. So he lied about all of that, and we called him in the lies. He didn't deign ask some very good questions about epistemology, the laws of logic, about obfuscation, about all of these different terms, debate terms that I know Andrew Wilson uses a lot in his debates. I use some of them as well. And if he doesn't understand that, then you can't be a fan of this type of content over here. You can't be a fan of me. You can't be a fan of Andrew Wilson, because we use these terms a lot and we have these discussions a lot, where if you aren't aware, it will make if you're a fan, you would want to become aware. You'll go to Google, like, okay, what did Cooley say? What did Andrew say? All right, let me Google meta-ethics. Let me Google epistemology. Let me see what exactly they're speaking about. Let me Google objective versus subjective. Let me Google these terms to see let me Google the 3 laws of logic. He literally had to Google it live on air because he did not know, right? So I think that he was just fully Fugazi, right? But over here, we keep it no Fugazi.
No Fugazi.
Let's bring up Mo Rebuttal again. Let's bring up this guy. I want to get y'all takes. Appreciate the $50 super chat as well. That was pretty fun. Mo Rebuttal, and then I'll also get to you as well, the next guy. But Mo Rebuttal, I know you said you had some questions, but you want to just give me your thoughts on everything real quick?
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. That was an interesting one. Maybe he was troll, maybe he was half serious, but he was arguing very, like, that whole, like, interrupting and not letting someone finish their point. That is very feminine in nature. It's this like very much sporadic and just, I don't let you talk. I'm just gonna throw shit at the wall and to see if I can make something stick. But I do think that he fell into that same category as the person in the debate, that Nami chick, whatever her name is. Okay. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand the the logic in order to follow the logic train to understand why he's being a dumbass or why she's a dumbass, right? It's
yeah,
unfortunately what it is.
The crazy thing is, I didn't watch that debate, but now I'm actually curious, and I am gonna watch it on my flight out there to DebateCon.
No. You're gonna ruin your flight, bro. Don't do it.
Oh, don't watch it. It's
Don't
that
do
bad.
it, dude. Don't.
I would
do it like
save
when
it.
you got
I would
nothing
save
to
it
do
to
and like you want to relax on your flight, bro. You're gonna get so pissed.
All right,
You're gonna
never
get
mind.
So frustrated, so mad.
It gave me a headache
Like,
listening to her like go in
it was
circles
hard.
for forever.
It was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard to watch.
Fair enough. All right.
Andrew even started drinking, like straight up whiskey. He was drinking whiskey during the debate, like he was done. Like, so give you an idea.
There's a drag coming from someone's audio. I think it's coming from, let me mute you, Wit Kid. Yeah, it's coming from your audio. Anytime I speak, there's a background noise. Not sure what it is. But I'll mute you for now. But okay, more rebuttal. You can stay backstage. I'll bring you up if the conversation, you can always hit me in a private chat. I'll bring you up. I'll bring you backstage. Well, actually, I'll keep you here for right now, Wit Kid. Let me have this gentleman speak. What's your name and what do you want to debate about?
Can you hear me first?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, this is my first time ever doing this. I mean, I really relate to the kid because I've listened to a lot of Andrew Wilson and a lot of you just recently, man, and I really pedestalize you guys, you know what I mean? And then I try to go back to my Bible and figure out if it all adds up, you know? And as far as objective and subjective morality, I was just at work today and I was telling a girl I work with, I'm like, how are y'all coming up with anything objective at all? Like, isn't your whole entire mind subjective? Like every opinion, everything, is the sky actually objectively blue, or do you guys just collectively subjectively assume that? You know, it's like maybe the blue sky from the carnal perspective is actually red from a divine perspective, and we're just idiots. You know what I mean? It's like all this pride, and it's like Andrew Wilson, I've never seen him lose a debate. Never, ever, not once. But I've also seen him act like, I ain't seen him act like Jesus much either for somebody who's running around. And, you know, it's like, I feel like most of the people that we're being hateful to and beating in debates, like, I wish we would take these strong opinions back to Christians. Because like Jesus was strong against the hypocrites, not the idiots. Like he was merciful to the idiots, and the hypocrites were the ones he was strong against.
Yeah, so let me give you a perspective. Let me give you a perspective. Let me ask you a question first. So, are you a supporter of myself?
Yes, sir.
Are you a supporter of Andrew Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that being said, you said something, and you said that, well, I don't really see Andrew Wilson portraying himself as like God-like or Jesus-like. That's what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you know that we're on the internet, right? And you know, in order for to be successful, to have an audience, you must be entertaining. You must entertain, right? I have whole crack sessions where I allow people to come up and I make jokes. All we do is just joke, and it's ruthless jokes. We speak about people's weight, people's hairline, how they pour. We go in on people. And part of this community, at least over here, is that, listen, we not really sensitive like that. We can take a joke or two. Like, we ain't harming nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be able to differentiate, like, you know, what's entertainment and if someone is like a theologian, like a Bible thumper, and they're out preaching. I'm not a preacher. I don't think Andrew Wilson is a preacher, a pastor, or wants to be a priest. No, man, I do dating and relationship content, but my moral standard comes from Christian ethics. So that's what I tend to appeal to when I'm having my debates. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm still entertaining, still an entertainer. You know what I mean? Andrew Wilson, all content creators. We have to entertain, especially the good ones. This is how our channel grows, right? So you're going to see our regular human side of us, our flawed sides. And if you know anything about biblical scriptures and Jesus Christ, we're not perfect, man. And we can never get to how perfect Jesus was. That isn't the goal. Now, we should put in works and we should still strive to be Jesus-like, but we'll never get there. And we have to understand that we are flawed. And other human beings have to understand that we're flawed, that we're all flawed as well, because that's what gives us grace, right? Like if I think that I'm perfect, why would I have any grace? Why would I have any humility for anyone? I'm perfect. You guys are all unperfect. Kill them all. Right? That's the logical conclusion to that, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're flawed, man. We're all born within sin, but at the end of the day, don't take it that serious, right? But I mean, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. Over here, I keep it very no fugazi myself, man. I speak about my L's and my W's. Right? I share my L's with people all the time. I was actually wrong on stream today. I was speaking about a woman and I called her Superhead, which her name isn't Superhead. I totally got it wrong. I had to take the L on stream, right? That Cooley actually, and I went in on this woman, right? But I was still basically like 90% right about everything else, but 10% wrong about the Superhead stuff. So listen, man, we talk about the L's and the W's. That's how we keep it no fugazi up here. But I respect your input, man. Anything else you got?
Again, just real quick, it's like how like is your mind subjective? Like how are you producing objectivity from your subjective mind? Like,
I do not.
If I get 99. If I get 99%,
are we speaking about morality?
Yeah, I just want to go straight to morality. We'll go about objective morality. If I get 99% of the people in the world, it's like even isn't it even like a preference to say that like I prefer to believe that the Bible is true? Because it's like under the person's worldview that would say that, well, it's basically your preference to believe in the Bible. And that part is true. That is a preference to be a believer or a non-believer. That's a choice, right? That's a preference. You would be a believer or a non-believer. But when we're speaking about morality, it's very simple to understand, right? If I can subjectively think that something is good, like I mean, let's say a smoker or a drinker or a pedophile, a prostitute, all of these bad things, they may get some pleasure out of these vices, right? They may get some pleasure out of these vices. So they may actually think that since you get this fleshful pleasure out of it, you may think that is good. So, but the Bible teaches us, God teaches us not to satisfy the pleasure. We should actually, be disciplined against the pleasure and basically sacrifice our what is it? Our
God
vices.
tells you not to love the world or the things of the world.
Yeah, don't love
Pretty
the
much
thing.
is the enticement.
Yeah,
So I
don't
believe
love
it's
the
in
world
1
or
John
the things
2.
of the world.
Yeah, I believe it's 1 John 2, 15 to 17, where he tells you not to love the world or the things of the world, how it's just lust, enticement for the eyes, and all of that is just pretty much nothing. And then if you love the world, then you don't love the Father, essentially.
Thank you, Wicked. And essentially what I'm saying is one could come to the conclusion, well, like I get so much pleasure out of this, it must be good. It must be right. It must be moral. But it isn't moral. It's actually immoral. So human beings, at the end of the day, it's very simple, right? To understand. If you believe in Christ, then you believe that Christ is going to judge us. Well, what is he judging us off? Is he judging us off of our preferences of what we think is good or bad? Or is he judging us based off what he set the standard of good and bad? That's what he's going to judge us off. So it really doesn't matter what we think is good or bad. To be honest, if you are a believer in Christ, it doesn't matter what you think is good or bad. It all goes off what God believes and sets the standard, which is good or bad. We appeal to that standard.
like think about it. Like you read the Bible, the Pharisees, man. Like they knew what was right or wrong based on the Old Testament, which is basically what y'all are. We as Christians are referencing anyway. You know, we go to the Old Testament. Oh, the Old Testament says this is wrong. We pray. You know, the Pharisees prayed. The Pharisees went to church. The Pharisees tithed. The Pharisees did everything modern day Christians do, and they were still dead wrong when Jesus came and said, "Hey, man, like, you know what actually matters is this, this, and this." And you thought that it was all about this, this, and this. You thought it was all about that woman submitting instead of it being about you submitting to that woman first. Like, because, you know, I like Jesus, the man and woman were designed like the church, Jesus' relationship to the church. And Jesus washed feet, man. I think I put this on one of your podcasts recently. Like, Jesus went and washed their feet before they could even wash his feet. You know
why? Because it shows humility. It shows grace, right? Jesus has humility and has grace because
just being on the same level.
Think about if you're almighty and all powerful, instead of having ego, like Jesus is God. If you believe in, if you're a Christian, you believe that Jesus is God. So why have an ego if you're here on earth? Like you'll hang around the whores, you'll hang around the people that did all the sinners. You'll hang around, you'll wash the person's feet that was a sinner. You'll do these things because do you have kids?
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old.
You got a 4-year-old. And when your 4-year-old disobeys you, you still have humility towards your 4-year-old. You still would discipline your 4-year-old, but you still have humility and you operate with your 4-year-old with some grace because that's your child. We are all God's children. So he's not going to have, like, when you are maybe disciplining your 4-year-old, are you disciplining your 4-year-old out of ego? Like, I'm bigger and I'm stronger than you, so go. Like, you're not doing that out of ego. You already are bigger and stronger. You are the father, so you don't have to act out with this egotistical, like in this egotistical manner. You can act out in humility and in grace. And I think that if you look at anything when it comes to discipline, women tend to discipline out of like ego. They discipline out of emotion. They yell and scream and whooping their children, generally speaking. I'm sure some men do it too because they just adopted the woman's mindset. But men, we tend to discipline like logically, not out of emotions, generally speaking. But anyways, what kid or I forgot your name, man. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, isn't that the whole red pill thing though, man? Like why aren't the men being like Jesus was to the women? Because the men are better, right? So if we are better, then we should be the more humble ones to start with. We should be the more submissive ones to start with. We should be the more everything to start with.
That's a good question. That's a real good question. Now, let me repeat it back to make sure I have it right. You said that's what the whole red pill thing is about, man. So, the differences of what you're saying, though, is that in modernity, women are not traditional women, right? So women are, one, they think that they're equal to a man because they were indoctrinated by feminism. They don't think that they should submit to a man. They don't think that men should have any authority over them, right? Many wives don't think that their husbands should have authority over them. But the Bible teaches the clear difference between men and women. Now, if women were like what God said, and I'll read some scriptures to you here real quick, since I have you up. So it says, let's just read this one. Let's do Ephesians. Ephesians 5 verses 23 says, wives, submit to your husbands as the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. It also goes on to read, though, right? Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loves the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleaning her by the washing with water through the word, and repent her to himself. You get what I'm saying? So it's making a clear distinction on how wives should submit to their husbands and obey their husbands, and then is making the clear distinction that, well, the husband is the head of the wife, so the husband has the authority, just like, and the husband should also love the wife and respect the wife, just how Christ loves the church. But we should only do this if we get a wife that is respectful, if we get a wife that is chaste, if we get a wife that knows, that follows this law as well, and knows that the man is in charge and the man has the final say. But most of these women in modernity, bro, they're listen to Cardi B. They want to be boss babes. They think that they're independent and really don't need a man. They think they view marriage as a partnership and how it's basically equal. You get what I'm saying? And what we do over here on this side of the internet, well, we tell men, we pretty much equip men with information so they can avoid women like that.
Right. And it seems like Christ didn't avoid people like that for his church. He started with the crappy people, right? He went and picked 12 crappy people for his church. He didn't pick the 12 best people.
The difference is Christ wasn't trying to marry any of these women, man. Christ was trying to save.
He was trying to bring people.
Christ was trying to save these individuals. When we're speaking about male and female
women,
I got it. No, but listen, when we're speaking about male and female intersexual dynamics, if women actually listen to this podcast, they get a whole lot of game, and it will be saving them. It will be saving them because they'll understand the difference of how attraction isn't symmetrical. They wouldn't be indoctrinated by feminism and think that, oh, well, what I bring to the table is my accolades, my career, my money, my competence, my confidence, right? No.
Not even that. They think they are the table now.
They think that they are the table.
No, I agree with you guys. I'm not saying that women
what
are
I'm saying
crazy.
is what I'm saying is if women actually watched this content and picked up game, they would actually learn a lot of lessons, and it will lead them in the right direction to get a man that they want.
So here's another way I see it too as well, is red pill as a descriptor, not a prescriptor, is more from the mindset of a man and the way the man perceives the world. All the other context is pretty much from a feminine mindset of the way they perceive the world. And if you were to take us as men and look at their content, we would be trying to, I guess you would say, you could see things from their point of view. When they read and watch our content, they would be able to see things from our point of view. So that's how I kind of would say that.
Fair enough.
I just feel like Jesus.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus led by example, man. Like, you know, and it's like if you want a submissive woman, you got to be submissive to start with. Like if you want a loving,
the man doesn't submit.
No, the man does not submit.
The Bible
to
doesn't say that the husband should submit to the wife and the wife should submit to the husband, that they should both submit to each other.
No, it says that when the husband and the wife marry, they become one. So in that sense, they become one. You can say submit, but it doesn't say that the husband submits to the wife. Just like think about what I just read. It says wives, real quick. It says wives submit to the husband as the Lord. So essentially it's saying that it's comparing that the same way you submit to the Lord, you submit to your husband. But for the husband, it's saying love your wives like Christ loves the church. It's not saying nothing about submitting. It's not giving any authority to the woman over the man.
So did Jesus ever submit to the church?
No, the church submits to Jesus.
Well, if I could sort of respond to that, you're asking if Jesus submitted to the church. It's important. What did you say your name was, man?
Stephen.
Stephen. Okay, it's important, Stephen. There's a whole bunch of things underpinning the topic here. Okay, so like, I don't know what kind of church you go to, but I'm in the lower Protestant churches, and the Western church in general has been very feminized. And this is why you hear so much in church about things like Jesus in your heart, the joy that passes all understanding, and all that kind of stuff. That emotional stuff, it's because that's kind of a feminine perspective. The masculine aspect of the gospel now is called hellfire and brimstone and extremism and stuff. So I don't know if you're in the lower Protestant churches or what, but that's where I am. And so a lot of what you're saying is taught from the pulpit in these churches that are feminized. Okay, so I think you're sincere, but there's a lot more going on here, and I could go on for hours dismantling a lot of the questions and arguments that you presented. But I mean, I'm glad you're here asking, man. I really am, because just keep asking and seek out, seek out wisdom,
Well,
So just keep seeking it out.
I've
But
got
to
a
answer your
question.
okay, let me answer your question that you asked a minute ago, and then I'll hush. Okay, you were
Yes, sir.
asking, did Jesus ever submit to the church? Jesus didn't submit to the church in the sense that he surrendered his authority and let the church lead him. But there was a place before his crucifixion where he went around after supper and he went around washing the feet of those disciples. And when he got to Peter, Peter said, "No, Lord, you can't wash my feet. You're the Lord of Lords, the King of the universe. You won't do that." And Jesus said, "No, Peter, if you don't let me do this for you, then you can't belong to me." Now, you could say that he submitted to the church, but he didn't. What he was doing, he was showing Christ-like leadership through servitude to serve his followers, but in that, he didn't surrender his authority. That's meekness. He was being meek. He didn't have to wash those feet, but he washed those feet to show, I'm your leader because I'm here to lead you and serve your best needs. And your best needs is to get you redeemed and reconciled back to the Father. You see, Peter didn't understand that. Peter thought, authority in the fleshly way. No, you can't wash my feet. But that wasn't him submitting to the church. So when you ask these general broad questions, did Jesus ever submit to the church? Well, someone who's not very well versed and discipled is what the word calls it. They would use something like that and say, there's an example where he's well versed, but you really have to study it. Like Paul told Timothy. Timothy was a young man. And Paul told him, don't let them despise you because of your youth, just because you're a kid. He said, but you need to study to show yourself approved, a workman of God, by rightly dividing the word of truth. You have to be able to rightly divide that, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm with it, but I feel like the women today are like Peter. They're just ignorant, man. They don't know any better, and they need someone to show them. And I don't think that the authority has to be taken away. But to keep your authority, you got my question now is, what was Jesus not willing to do for the church that he expected the church to do for him? You know what I mean? And that's where I think the red pill and the Bible kind of get they at least get a little hairy, because it's like a lot of these guys out there, I'm not saying Cooley or even Andrew, because I don't know how they treat anybody in their personal lives, but generally speaking, like what are they, there's nothing that, and as far as I'm not even gonna ask the question. I don't think there was anything that Jesus asked of his church, or if he had a wife, he would never have asked anything of his wife that he wasn't willing to do it first himself. You know what I mean? It's like, and because it's easy being a woman. So you can do the small woman stuff and be a man and keep your authority. I can wash the dishes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that hard. Honestly,
it's
it makes
not about washing dishes. It's not about washing dishes, man.
That was a dumb example, but you know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff. Like,
let me ask you this. All right. So you're talking about like the woman, I'm gonna say wife, and you're talking about Jesus and the church. The church is Jesus's wife. That's his bride, and Jesus is the bridegroom. Okay. So the church was given like orders. It was given, it's called the Great Commission, was given a job description. Are you familiar with what that is?
Go and preach the word all around the world?
Sort of, but here's what it says. Because this is where semantics come in, and it's important that we use the word for what they mean. The scripture says the Great Commission was go and make disciples of the nations. It didn't say go make church members. It didn't say go make converts. It didn't say go get people elected to office. Go and make disciples. And that's one of the biggest travesties of the modern churches. They're not discipling people. They're telling them things in church to build teams, to make them feel all a part of the team, because the more people you have in the church, the bigger buildings you can build and the better salaries you can pay. But they're not discipling. So a lot of the stuff that you're asking, I mean, they're good questions. But in order to really get down to the ground of what it means to where you can really be discipled, it takes a lot more than a podcast. You see?
Yeah. And real quick, let me give you some game, bro. Listen, man. No simping for chicks, because you're coming from the lens like, oh, well, you're coming from like this gynocentric lens of viewing the world like, well, women, just like we're men, we're supposed to, like, we're stronger than them anyway. Like, why we should be chivalrous and we should do all of this. Listen, man, there's a clear distinction between the roles of men and women and wives and husbands. You get what I'm saying? There's clear distinctions between all of this. Just remember, 1 Corinthians verse 11, it says, for man did not come from woman, but woman from man. Neither was man, look at this, neither was man created for woman.
No, absolutely.
But woman, listen, but woman for the man. So you talking about all of this, oh, we should do all of this? No, she was created for us. Do you get that? There's a clear distinction.
I get it.
So, well, men, we should just submit to the women and, you know, be nice and all of these things that you're like alluding to. No, man, listen, bro, there's a clear order and a clear distinction between the roles of men and women. And as a man, it's very simple over here in the red pill space, right? With the descriptors, very simple. If the woman isn't reciprocating, if you're, taking a woman out, giving her a good experience, if she's not reciprocating any value back to you, then that's not a woman that you should take seriously. The world has changed from the 50s and stuff like that. From 100 years ago, the world has changed, bro. Women are not the same. Women have birth control. There's all of these different forms of contraceptives so women can not take accountability for their poor sexual decisions. Right? So they're more promiscuous than never before. Since they're more promiscuous than ever before, and not only that, they're more hypergamous than ever before because they have access to all of these men all across the world via Instagram and dating apps, then these women come in looking at things as they are the trophy and they are basically God. This is how they view themselves, right? So they have the world flipped upside down. So most women, if you're dating and stuff, or men are dating, they're looking down at you. They barely respect you if you aren't a man that's established, accomplished, or have something going for themselves. But most men aren't going to have that. So over here on this side of the internet, at least we try to equip men. Equip them with the tools to understand female nature and equip men with the character building skills as well. Like, go out there, get in the gym, become more disciplined, stop being indecisive, be more decisive, make a decision, right? Get your things in order. So even if you don't have the status, even if you don't have $250,000 in the bank account, at least when you meet women, you'll meet her in a masculine frame. You'll have a masculine frame about yourself where at least she'll respect you. At least she don't even got to be attracted to you. At least she'll respect you, right? Forget the whole attraction junk. You got to get respect. And not only that, you don't want just respect from women. You want respect from other men. You want respect from the world, from other people in general. Forget the chicks, bro. Like I don't tell men to self-improve for women. I tell men to self-improve for them, because first you need to respect yourself. And then I would say, like, at least you will want other men to respect you after that in your family. Chicks is the last thing, right? If other men respect you, of course the chicks can respect you because there's something masculine about you.
Yep. It is, man. You said you had a 4-year-old child?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, congratulations, man. I raised
a boy. Yep. He's
I raised
bomb.
5 of them. I raised 4 boys and a girl, man. Are you married?
Oh no, man! My girl just left me because I went outside of church saying sin affirmation is wrong.
Oh yeah. Good, man. Stand on that word, man. Yeah, if you're in a church that's affirming sin, man, leave, man. Yeah, I got what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, it's important, man. I'm going to read Ephesians 5:23 to you here real quick. It says, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and of which he is the Savior. Okay. What that's saying is, in the home, the man in the home, he is the woman and the children's Christ figure. Now, he's not Christ. A lot of folks in the modern, especially lower Protestant churches, they freak out when I tell them that the man is the Christ figure. Oh, no, he's not God. That's some David Koresh stuff, because they're not well discipled. But the man is the figure of Christ in the home. All right. So that man will be held accountable when he stands before God as to how his home turned out. I was telling Cooley earlier in Super Chat, he was talking about on one of those video clips that some guy wasn't making $90-something thousand working construction. My wife just retired a year ago from the Chevron refinery as a refinery mechanic, which is like a pipe fitter, fabricator, boilermaker stuff. She was making well over $100,000, which is a great living where I lived there here in South Alabama. All right. But like I told him, when she punched that clock and came home, she went right back to being that traditional submitted wife, because I'm the leader, the Christ figure of the home. And that doesn't just mean I'm the boss. What that means is I get held accountable. So even outside of eternity, I told her, we've been married 35 years almost. It's like I told her back in our 20s when we first got married. I said, look, you can be making big money. She wasn't at the time. I said, you could be making big money. Doesn't matter. If this family goes crazy, if we go hungry, homeless, if our kids end up on drugs, if our daughter ends up dancing on a pole, if our marriage falls apart or something like that, nobody on the planet is going to look at anybody and say, Deidre needs to get it together, get up off her butt and get a job and take care of Dane and her family. Not the biggest, most belligerent feminist on the planet. Why? Because it's not just God who looks at us and holds us responsible. So how can I be a responsible protector, provider, and leader of my wife and children if she won't listen to what I tell her and do what I do? If we're co-submitted, these feminists, especially in the church too, they come out with that. They're submitted to each other. Well, how come when I stand before God, we're not together with each other? How come when the community looks at me if my family is doing without or my kids are crazy? They don't look at the man and the woman together and say, well, they should have done better with their family. Nope, it's going to be on that man. It's going to be on that man. The man was created from dust and dirt, right? Adam in the garden, dust and dirt, breath of God in his nostrils. Do you know what the woman was created from? What was she created from?
Adam's
so the woman was not created from the same stuff we were created from. You see? We were created from dust and dirt and got the breath of God in our nostrils, and we became a living soul. And then woman was created from the man's rib. She is our other us. The Hebrew word is Isha, I-S-H-H-A. The Hebrew word for man is Ish, I-S-H. So she is our Isha, we are Ish. She came from us. She's part of us. She's not really like a separate whole new animal. She is our other us. We're not her other her. We're the Ish, she's the Isha. And that's the way
Which is why men should never, ever follow women. Ever. And you don't do things for women, right? You don't just do things for women. And the women that you choose, like your wife, the woman that you're committed to, well, that's different. You chose her, so you're being... You're serving the household in a way and serving her in a way where only because she's subordinate to you. Like if the woman isn't subordinate to you, then that's not a woman that you should be, you should choose. You should get rid of that woman and choose another one. You get what I'm saying? So like a lot of guys go through this. They just choose wrong. They choose the wrong chick. They're in a relationship with her. They're comfortable. They don't want to leave her. Most men don't want to leave the woman that they choose anyway. So you choose her. You think you can change her. You think you can negotiate with her to get her to submit to you. But it doesn't work like that, bro. But anyways, good conversation.
Stop putting me on the cross.
Good conversation, man.
Let me say one more thing. I want to thank you guys. Because you actually brought it together, both of you together, because it's like Jesus wasn't washing the Pharisees' feet or these random people who weren't taking him seriously. He was washing the people's feet who were taking him seriously. So like the red pill does add up, because you gotta, if a woman ain't taking you seriously, then you're wasting your time. So thank you guys.
It's
for
like
helping
this,
me
man.
come
It's like
to this, man. I appreciate y'all.
I had 3 boxer bulldogs, man. They're cousins to the pit bull, but they're like boxers are like a pit bull's gay cousin. So I have 3 boxers. They look mean, but they're big. They're just gentle dogs, and so I like that. Some people love pit bulls. Some people like cane corsos. They're known to be a lot more aggressive. They're welcome to have those dogs that might eat their neighbor. Okay, I don't know. I'm not saying it will, but that's happened. I'm not willing to take that risk. So I got a dog that's a big dog. He's fun. He can be a little protective because he looks like a bulldog. But the chances of him eating somebody is slim and none. Some people are willing to take that risk. Now, people get mad at me if I say I'm comparing that to women. But I'm just saying some men, they don't mind taking the risk. They go get them a dog, a woman that they know is a man eater. Like that song from the 80s, a man eater.
Yeah,
and
man.
For the stuff. Because they think they can change him. They might not. She might end up eating him and the neighbor. Me, I made a better choice because I just didn't want the hassle.
Yeah, man. Good conversation, fellas. Dane, always a pleasure having you up. Shouts out to you too as well. You said your name is Steven or Stefan? Steven, shouts out to you, Steven. But anyways, I'll put you guys both backstage. Let's continue on with open panel debate night. We got some other people backstage. Make sure your camera is on. We got an Anthony backstage. Make sure your camera is on. I'll bring you on up. Get the likes up, man. Giving y'all this, content. That was kind of more educational. That wasn't a debate. This guy just had some questions. He was curious. So, and he kind of said that he agreed with the Allen guy. So we were like, wait. That's crazy. So it seems like we brung him back to baseline. We brung him back to baseline. So that's a good thing. Real quick, chat. Actually, I was not aware what time it is, and it is actually 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. My time. I've been doing a 3-hour stream, so actually, I got to go ahead and get ready for my flight. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and end stream right here. But everybody that's tuning in, what I want you to know is I got a stream tomorrow in Tennessee, flying out there, doing a stream with Jake Rattlesnake. So if you're a supporter of Jake, tune into that stream. It's gonna go on tomorrow around we're probably gonna start around 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. What time? I'm not sure. I don't know. Tennessee is not Eastern Standard Time. Maybe they're. I don't know. But when I get out there, you guys will see the video. You'll see the thumbnail. So tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. or it may be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on that time zone. But anyways, this podcast was No Fugazi. I appreciate everyone that was tuning in. Let me just make sure we got no more super chats. And no more super chats, man. So yeah, tomorrow, dating and relationship show. Jake Rattlesnake will be my special guest. And then after tomorrow, the next stream that I'll be doing is going to be on Tuesday. Open panel debate night is going to be on Tuesday. So tune in for that as well. But without further ado, this podcast was No Fugazi. Peace.
No Fugazi.
And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in comfort. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you.